Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Today's date is, let's see here, August 20th, 2023. It is Sunday. Sunday. And boy, do we have a good show for you today. Told folks a little bit about it Friday evening before I closed up shop and went to bed. I made a post about it and letting folks know you might want to join today's show. Tonight's coffee is hazelnut cream from New England brand coffee. It is scrumptious. Letting some folks join the show. If you've signed in, go ahead and say hello. Hello. You should notice the camera should be even clearer in our test. I think Friday morning? I don't know. Gus and Eskimo, I don't know who Eskimo is. He's another guy on YouTube. Just happened to stumble across our show and helped us out. Try to figure out sound issues and camera issues because we are now running, instead of USB, we are running HDMI into the system, so we shouldn't have any flare-outs. Hey, Laurel, welcome to the show. How is the audio and video quality at your end? Like I said, we're also running all of the audio into the camera, and then all of the show's audio is being run from the soundboard through the camera back out into the streaming software. So again, I had a shit ton of work that I had to do and changing things and figuring them out so that it works. I don't have my Clippy on yet. So the camera should be brighter. She says it looks and sounds good. Yeah, I'm peaking out. I should be peaking out my audio. Yeah, I should be peaking out my audio, but it gets filtered, so it shouldn't peak on your end, but it should allow you to run about half to 3/4 of your volume, and you should be able to hear it well. Is that about where your audio settings are, Laurel? Laurel was the first that jumped in and helped donate items in the want/have this last week. Have a new handle for my camera rig and a mounting bracket for it. Thank you, Laurel. It was supposed to be delivered Saturday, but of course, since I run an external box, they showed up after the place closed, so I get notification that, yeah, they tried to deliver it, so they'll deliver it again on Monday. So I should get a notice from my halfway. Good, that's exactly where it should be. Oh, man, my nose itches again. You should have very little background noise. It should be about the same, maybe a little bit less than the last show. But I'm actually running both the fan and the AC tonight. But we had tried the audio in the test the other day with Gus and Eskimo, and there was absolutely no difference with the fan or the audio, or the AC. But I'll bet you if I had a block right here like this, it would damn near eliminate all the background noise, because everything is from over there. The fan and the AC is to my left, which of course is to the right on the screen. But again, you should have, I'm not running a filter this time. This is actually straight HDMI. I just tweak the actual video settings, not through any filters, actual video settings to get this. And I'm not running that hazy old school filter, so it's clear now. Now Gus was saying he thought that this looked better than the other one. Well, let's see here. This is the waving flag. I'm going to see if I can. Am I running any filters on that? Yeah, I'm running a flashback on that too. Let's go this. Boom. Yeah, that's that's without the flashback. It's a bit damn bright. So let's go ahead and Boom. There we go. I'm making a judgment call on that one. This blue is more of a blue jeans blue, and the other one is like a holy shit. It's too bright blue. So yeah, we'll go with the flashback on the waving flag. Got another person in. I'm wondering whether it's Judy. Judy's usually the first one in, but Laurel, I think she's been chomping at the bit to hear about the story here. I can hear either the air or the fan, not a nuisance. Right, okay, so it should be very, very faint. Come wintertime, it won't be there at all. And then in my new studio, you might not be able to hear it. I don't know, because it's going to be set up differently. Again, the way everything is to my left here, in the new studio, it'll either be to my right, which will be the opposite side for where the mic's picking up, or it'll be straight ahead. I haven't decided yet. Either way, that's opposite of where the mic is actually pointing. Again, the hazelnut cream New England brand coffee is the coffee for tonight. Now, do you like this clearer image in the video, Laurel, or did you like the hazy? Said Gus liked the clear. He says the clear looks more natural. It's like, well, because it is natural. There's no haze put on it. I'm going to let some people join the show before I get on with the adventure. The adventure of the missus and myself being trespassed out of Xfinity in Concord, New Hampshire. Oh, you said a lot better with the clear. Okay, well, there you go. We'll keep the clear. It's going to be, when I get to the studio, get my studio up. Well, maybe, I don't know. It depends upon how far back I can get the background. The studio room that's going to go to is a hair bigger than this one, but the dimensions are different. So it's going to be, I'm debating whether I want to go corner setup or whether I want a wall setup or whatever. I'll figure it out. But it should get better lighting. Now, I'd looked into upgrading my lighting, and here's the thing with the lighting. To get better than what I've got now, I've got to spend hundreds of dollars. I can use what I have now and just get a desk mount stand for the current lighting for my key light, and that'll make things a whole lot better. So I don't have to worry about floor space. But if I do anything other than that, I'm going to have to spend a lot more money. And yeah, I don't think that it's at this point it's not worth it. I don't know what you think. I don't think that the lighting can get much different. Oh, here you go. Here's a question for you. I saw this. It looked good on some other people's videos. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But I don't know if it's going to work here. Let's see if we like this. Oh, we don't need that. Damn it, where'd it go again? Okay, there's blue. And there you have it with oh, that's a little bit too bright. You have it with the blue on the side. It's blue. Like I said, I have no idea. It was working great on theirs. I can see right now I'd have to tweak it. This isn't quite right. It's like there a little bit of blue tinge. Nah, I don't think. What do you think? Go back to the clear. Yeah, I think the clear is better. Whoa, not quite that bright. There we go. Yeah, I think this is fine. Never mind. Unless you disagree. If you think the blue was better, it's a good idea. It wasn't as nice as what I was envisioning it to be. I think I have too many angles on my hat. Well, there we go on this side. Too many angles. So the blue just was not working well. Oh my goodness. Where is everybody? It's kind of a long story, though, so I don't want to have to start all over again. Connection is still going excellent. Have no drop signals. Everything is looking peachy keen. Peachy keen. It does not look like I have any hot spots on my face or the hat, so that looks good. The reason is I was busy this weekend, so after I had put in the new camera quick release off of the arm system that's on the desk, I hadn't readjusted everything and I hadn't set everything back up. So this afternoon after dinner, right before the show, about a half an hour before the show, I come up to the studio. Oh shit, I got to plug everything in. I was like, oh, the audio's not working. Well, it's not going through the camera, so I had to go through the camera. So got it sorted out. So I think that we're fine. Where is everybody? Judy is not going to want to miss this story. I got my lawn mowed in time, and then sitting out on the front porch, and then we're a week off. So. The reason the lawn had to be mowed post haste was we were a week early. That's not a problem. It's going to have to be mowed again by next Friday. The girls are doing great. Super happy, getting super big. They are right at about laying age. They got about a week and a half to 2 weeks before they're right in. They should start laying. So this next week, I am going to have to be building that coop. I think Mr. Gus is going to help me get some. He's going to help me with some pressure-treated 2x6s for the base, and then I got to get a plywood. Flooring to put over the top of that. I don't have oh my goodness, sorry about that. I don't have a truck. So he's got a truck. We can go to Home Depot and throw it's amazing. One piece of plywood. I can get everything else. Zippy can do everything else, but I can't get a 4x6 sheet of plywood with Zippy. So Gus is going to help me out there. Got to see whether or not he had some brake problems. His brakes froze up on him because they've been sitting unused. So hopefully he's got that cleared up. Hey, there's Judy. She says, hi, Mr. Cowboy. I was waiting for you before I started the story. I know Laura was chomping at the bit for it, but this is a story that you and everybody else, they can filter in after that. But I know you gals wanted to hear the story of how Mrs. Cowboy became the bandit on Friday. Oh, she's a criminal. I called up Gus. Say, hey Gus. You got about 15 grand that I can borrow from you? He's like, huh? So, yeah, to bail the missus out of jail. He laughed. He's like, no, we just got the trailer for the camp. And I'm like, oh man, she's gonna be so pissed off. No, nobody went to jail. I knew nobody was going to go to jail. I'd like to start out before I regale you with the dramas of Friday that I am extremely, extremely sorry for what the missus had to go through. She did not deserve it. Her weekend has been ruined. Me, hey, I get over shit pretty quick. I look at things from a lot of different angles. Yeah, her not so much. She's still pretty pissed and worked up over this. Like I said, I knew what was going to happen. I knew how it was going to play out. And it did. But this is how the story goes. Y'all ready? Y'all know that my father died this spring. And because of that, I've had to clear up a lot of stuff. And he didn't have anything ready. So it's been quite the adventure, and it's still not done. Part of the story is there's a gentleman still living on property. He'll be out this month, but there's a gentleman living on property. And I've been paying for the electricity, and I've been paying for the internet. That's me. I get no benefit from that. I've been paying for it since my father's death, so we're looking at 4 months going on now. I'm paying it. Shortly after my father's death, I took his death certificate into Xfinity in Concord, New Hampshire. And I said, hey, my father died. I need to take control of this account because I want to keep the account on because there's somebody still living there. So I need to keep it on for a while, and I'll let you know when it gets turned off. I'm like, okay. They took the death certificate, changed the billing address on the account. I've been getting the bills. I've been paying the bills. Fair enough, right? Just shy of $100 every month for internet service that I am not benefiting from. Okay, get that? Well, the billing cycle ends on the 21st, and I'm paid up till the 21st. That's tomorrow. I didn't know. It's like, shit, it'd suck if I didn't get in there by Monday to tell them to cancel the internet service. And I let the gentleman know that 21st is the last day. I let him know that a month ago. So he was expecting internet service until Monday. Okay. So I go into Comcast, not Comcast, Xfinity, which is through Comcast. It's Comcast, but Xfinity in Concord, New Hampshire. Same place that I had everything else switched over to. And I went in and I said, hey, I need this account terminated. I need it turned off on the 21st because that's the end of the billing cycle. That's what I told the gentleman. Young guy. Nice enough fella. He's like, okay. So he turns it off. Yeah, he turns it off. Not the 21st. Friday. I was like, what? No, the 21st. I told you that. And he's like, I am so sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. Don't worry about it. Let's fix this. Turn it back on. Should be easy, right? I can't turn it back on. What? Yeah, it's been turned off. I can't turn it back on. It's like, you better turn it back on. It's like, I can't turn it back on. It's like, I am so sorry. He kept saying, you screwed up. I screwed up. It's like, yes, you did, but don't worry about it. Let's just take care of the problem. So he gets on the phone with uppers up the line. And I'm sitting there, and they're trying to do things. I'll call him young guy, and young guy's trying to work it out, and he's shitting bricks. And I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm being calm. Don't worry about it. We'll just take it as a learning experience. We'll just get this taken care of. Character number 2 comes in. I'll call her Blue. Blue comes in. And she looks over and she goes, you know, most everybody else would have been really pissed off by now. Okay, this is going to come to play later on. Because y'all know me. And I'm like, it's okay. Explain to her again. Yes, it's a learning experience. Mistakes happen. That's not the problem. Mistakes happen. Let's get this taken care of. So she goes about her business too, and then he get that young feller. He's like, hey, what the higher up said to do is, I'm going to attach a note to your file, okay? And it's going to say, I screwed up, I can't turn this back on. It wasn't supposed to be turned off. Turn it back on and then turn it off on the 21st. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Then what do we do? He goes, well, you need to call this number. And he gave me two numbers. He says, one of these two numbers. You need to call one of these two numbers. And talk to them about it. Because you're the account holder. And if they have any questions, tell them. And he gave me a code thing. It's, I forget what it was, something like retail 643 or something like that. He said, that's the code. Tell them to look there. And you shouldn't have any problems. I'm like, okay, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. He goes, well, you might want to go to Manchester. It's like, Manchester? I already drove 20 minutes to Concord. So from my house to Concord and back, that's 40 minutes. 40 minutes driving time out of my life. And it's getting towards dinner time. Okay. And I'm like, I'm not driving to Manchester because you screwed up. I mean, I'll call the numbers. I'm not going to drive to Manchester because you screwed up. And I don't know why he couldn't have just gotten on the phone with Manchester and had them straighten it out. Well, we'll get to the Manchester thing in a minute. So then I said, when should I call this number? So you can call it any time. I said, if I called it right now, will they have it? And he goes, no. I said, then I can't call it any time. When should I call? He goes, half an hour to an hour. I'm like, okay, not a problem. So I go home. Drive home. And I call the number. And get Comcast's automated answering service, their system, which is Dante's ninth circle of hell. Don't believe me? Go online. I'll tell you what, if you don't believe me how bad it is, number one, every Comcast employee that I talked to said exactly the same thing. They all hate it. So usually when people have a problem, that's when they call. Other than that, they don't need to call. So they already have a problem, and then their answering service, their system, exasperates that anxiety and that problem. So by the time you actually get to a real person, everybody's pissed off. Doesn't matter what they're called for, everybody's pissed off because the system sucks. Again, you don't believe me? Go to your favorite search engine, put in Comcast or Xfinity, doesn't matter, it's the same damn number, and dial the 800 number and see how it works. Doesn't even matter what you want to do. Okay, it's Dante's ninth level of hell. So I call the first number, and I was doing voice, couldn't hear my voice, so then I had to use my touchpad. So I went through hell on a touchpad, finally got through to a person. There's no easy way to zero out. I mean, I don't even know how I got to a person. That's how bad it is. Finally talked to a person. And he clearly couldn't hear me. And after me going, hey, I'm talking, can you hear me? And he's like, I can't hear anything. He goes, I'm going to hang up. So he hung up. I'm like, what the hell? So I thought there was something wrong with my phone. So I said, hey, baby. Letting Donna into the Zoom room. So I said, hey, baby, I'm going to give you a call, see if you can hear me. So I call her on the phone. Sure shit, she can hear me just fine. It's like, okay, so it's not my phone. So I call the first number again. Go through the exact same hell through their automated system. Just before I get to another person, disconnects me. Oh, motherfuck. Twice. So that's the second time. Twice through their circle of hell to try to get some help. Okay? See how things are building up here? Now, each time I do this, I'm spending 15 to 20 minutes just dealing with the automated system. Yeah. Okay, who's Donna? Oh, is it another Donna? Oh,
I'm here. Sorry.
There we go. Donna's on there. There you go. I thought she'd come on. I guess she came on. Now she's back in the room.
I'm here.
Wait a minute.
Okay, I did let you in, didn't I?
Screwed something up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, wait, another Donna.
Here.
Oh, Donna.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I've screwed something up here. I've got one too many Donnas here.
Oh, you got too many
Okay.
Donnas. Gus did that the other day too. I tell you what, shut all of them down and come back again.
No,
Okay,
I don't
okay.
do the phone thing.
He had to
I'm
actually
easy.
shut off whatever. If you're on your phone, you might have to restart your phone.
No, I don't do the phone thing.
Oh, okay. That's what he had to. He had
I'm
to just
leaving.
shut down and do it. But okay. So there's twice. So I went through the ordeal at Infinity and Comcast and was cool as a cucumber. Now I'm two cycles into Dante's hell. Let's see if I can. Yeah, but
Yeah,
hold on here.
yeah, I'm here.
There's another
Yeah,
one.
I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah,
where the hell are
just one
Donna?
of me. Yeah, God knows
Okay,
we
I
don't
only
need
see
two of
I
me.
only see
Yeah, I'm
one
here.
now. Do you see only
Yeah.
one of you?
All right, just one of me.
Okay, good. We'll leave it like there.
God knows we don't need two of me.
No,
Yeah, I
back
did.
to
What
my
are we
story.
talking? What are we
Because it's a
talking?
long
All
one.
right.
I've just started my story. You missed the beginning, but I just started the
Yeah, I
story.
did. What did we talking?
Oh,
What are you talking about? Together?
How me and the missus got
Together?
what?
Together? Really?
No. No. We got trespassed
Oh, I'm
from
sorry.
Xfinity
My,
and Concord.
my company just now left. So really?
Yeah, you missed the whole part, the first part of the story.
Oh,
You're
I'm
going to have to go
sorry.
back and
My
listen to it.
company
Right.
just now left.
No,
Okay,
that's
just
fine.
keep
I
going.
waited and I waited
I'll
and I
catch
waited
on.
and I waited and now I started it. So now we're partially into it.
Yeah, sure you did.
So okay, so now we're in.
Keep going.
Yeah, you'll
I'll
have to
catch on.
listen to it from the start, but you didn't miss the really good stuff, so don't worry about it. Okay.
good. Okay.
So now I call. I'm like, well, fuck this, and I call the second number given to me. I thought it was a special. He's like, we're not supposed to give out this number, so I thought it was like a super secret code number. No, it was just another freaking automated answering service through Comcast. It's like, Jesus, it's the same system. You just called in from the back door. You know, I thought I was going to get special access. No. So then I deal with that horse crap and finally get a person again. So that's my third time. And I finally get a person. Nice young lady. I explain the situation to her. She's no help. I tell her, I said, do you see the note attached to the file? And she says, yes, I do. I said, do you see what it says? She says, yes, I do. I said, can you tell me what it says? She says, I can't tell you what it says. I says, my account. I know what it says because I was there when the guy sent it. But she goes, you're not on the account. I'm like, I'm not on the account. Well, sure as shit, yeah, the bills were coming to me, but they were still underneath my father's name, but my new address. So I was still paying for it, so it was all fine and dandy. Here comes number one. Since I wasn't officially, first mistake, back months ago, they should have changed it and put my name on the account, not my father's. So they didn't do that. They just changed the billing address. So I was able to pay for it, but technically, I shouldn't have been able to terminate it. Why? It's not my account. I would have to bring in the death certificate again to terminate it after that. Well, why would I need to do that if I thought that I was already the account holder? Oh, gee. So Friday, hey, Eskimo, welcome. Hey, thanks for your help the other day. This is Eskimo. Him and Gus helped me out. We found out, I'm backtracking here, we found out what the phantom noise was. It was the camera's audio settings. I had the record from the camera itself up 3/4, which is where you want if you're just using it as a video camera. But since I'm not and I'm just running audio through it through my mixer board, I needed it on 1, which is just barely on. And it took care of the problem. So we figured that out. Okay, back to the story. So you see where it's like, they shouldn't have, when I went in Friday, they shouldn't have been able to turn it off anyways. But he did. So there's 2 mistakes from Xfinity in Concord. 2 mistakes. So I tried to explain to her. I said, look, you've got to be able to override this. You see the note. You see the note saying that it was a mess up. You should be able to go in and take care of that problem. And she's like, no, I can't. Even though the note said that they messed up and it should be on, she couldn't do it. I'm like, by that time I'm getting really pissed. See, I start out at 0 every time I come to a new person because they weren't the problem. So I always start out at 0, not 100. I start out at 0. And that's going to come to play too, because remember how I acted in the store the first part of the step when he messed up. Cool as a cucumber. Handled it nicely. Did not go to 100. Stayed at 0. I was at maybe 2 or 3 when I left. Out of 100. So I came up, but it's like, okay, we'll get this situated and we'll get it straightened out. Yeah, we're not getting it straightened out. So I did. This is my 3rd time contacting them through their phone line. Still getting no help. And the guy said, this will be easy. All you got to do, and if they don't know, if they did, tell them to look here and it's going to be fine. Yeah, it wasn't fine. So I'm like, put on a supervisor. So it's like, okay. So I waited and waited and waited and waited. Then a guy gets on the phone. This is, I say Rick James. It's Rick James, bitch. So he gets on the phone. And then I have to explain everything to him. And the same thing. Nope, can't do it. Nope, can't do it. What you need to do is you need to go back to that store. What the hell? Why do I need to go back to the store? They sent me away from the store. I'd have done everything there if I needed to do it. Why did I need to drive my ass all the way home and then deal with their automated system 3 damn times? That was 2, but this is 3. 3 damn times. Why would I do that? And you want me to now drive back to Concord? Yeah. So I'll tell you what. And he goes, I'll tell you, I will have somebody else call you. And I said, I'll tell you what. I said, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. 5 minutes. If somebody from Comcast has not called me in 5 minutes, I'm going back to Concord. I said, and you might want to tell them that they might want to have police ready. Okay? I figured that'll get their attention. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. 15 minutes. Oh, fuck this. Come on, missus. She got in the car. We drove back to Concord. Remember how I say I start out at 0. I always start out at 0. Each interaction. So by the time it ends, I may be at 100 or above, but I always start at 0. Give everybody their fair chance. So I walk into the Xfinity store in Concord. I walk up to the desk, and there's the young fella that screwed up. And I start to relay to him exactly what happened. Before I even get to the 3rd circle of hell attempt, 9th circle of hell, 3rd time attempt, he's like, can I see your cell phone? It's like, it has nothing to do with my cell phone. My cell phone, this is nothing. Shut the fuck up. People need to shut up and listen to people. Listen to what they're saying. That way you know. Don't try to outthink them. Don't try to think ahead of them. Listen to what they're saying. So I finished my situation. So then he tries to help me out there at that particular workstation. It's a stand-up station. And it froze up on him. It's like, oh, this is not your day. This is not your day. And I'm still at a 0. No, literally, I'm making jokes. I'm still at a 0. After all of this, I'm still at a 0. He goes, would you mind coming over here to my workstation? It's where he messed up the first time. I'm like, not a problem. Hey, we'll go wherever you need to go. So me and the missus, we go on over, and she sits down, and I sit down. And he starts doing his things. Then he starts making calls again. He's getting nowhere. He is apologizing profusely because he knew he screwed up. Now, there was another feller that I did not know that he was the manager. If I don't know you're the manager, you're not fucking dressed right. If you look like a reject like everybody else, you're not presenting yourself. I did not know he was the manager. He just looked like somebody else. Didn't even look like a shift supervisor. Didn't look like anybody. Some young feller. He's about like 5 foot 5'4" to 5'6", something like that. Not a very big guy. 135 to 150 pounds, somewhere around in there. Small guy, half my size. Okay, this is gonna this is gonna come into play soon. Young feller helping me out says, "Man, he's had a bad day." And I didn't know who he was because I'd mentioned. I said, "Oh, I'll blame it on," and then I said his name. So I'll blame it on him, and he goes, "No, he's had a bad day already." Okay, fine. I was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." So we keep going over things, and I'm maybe out of 100, I'm maybe a 10 now. I'm starting to get annoyed. And this is after the first meeting, 3 times on the phone, coming back in. And I'm still at about a 10. And I'm talking just like I'm talking now. Again, you all know me. I wasn't even in a mood yet, but I was in a mood. But I wasn't in a mood yet. So manager guy finally comes over. And he's like, "I don't want to have to deal with any more problems today." But see, I didn't know he was the manager.
Yeah, really?
But I thought that was kind of odd. Makes it even worse. If you're the manager, motherfucker, that's your job. Your job is to deal with problems.
Really?
That's your job. You get paid to do that shit. So I'm like, that's kind of odd. Well, little backtrack about 2 minutes earlier. He was finishing up with some other young gal with problems that she had. And he was literally begging her to give him a high rating on her review. Literally begging her and saying, if I don't get these high reviews anything less than the highest, then I'm going to get spoken to. See, and I didn't know he was the manager then either, but I was thinking, that's pretty freaking weird. So you see where all this shit's going. So he comes over and he does a few things and blah, 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 showing no empathy whatsoever to my problems that his guy caused. Like I said, mistakes happen. How you deal with that, that's what matters. That's like 5-star reviews for just doing your freaking job. Stop it. Stop it. You get a 5-star review for fixing a freaking problem, going above and beyond, not simply serving somebody their fries. But he's begging this chick to just, oh, please, because anything less than the best, then they're going to speak to me. Yeah, okay. So he's dealing with me, showing me no empathy whatsoever. Now, people might go, well, wait a minute, it was Friday to Monday. That's only 3 days, right? Why does it matter? It matters because I told somebody that they were going to have internet service until Monday. I told him that. I'm paying for it, but I told him that. Can you imagine if you were expecting internet service, which you did everything from, until Monday, and Friday afternoon they turned it off? That'd be pretty fucked up, wouldn't it be? Yeah. So yeah, 3 days matters. 3 days matters. Mm-hmm. So they chomp their gums a bit, and then he looks over at me and he goes, and again, this guy's deadpanning everything. No emotion in his voice whatsoever. No empathy. Didn't even try to sell me on this. He goes, well, I got a way around this, and it's not even going to cost you any money. I laughed. I'm like, it's not going to cost me any money. Isn't that nice? It's not going to cost me any money to take care of your mistake. Thank you. You know, he did not get the irony for what he had just said. So he walks back over to his other desk, which is about 20 feet away, and I'm sitting down. So this is coming to play. Sitting down, 45 degrees over to my left is a stand-up desk, and he's standing there behind the computer, and he's doing things. He goes, I'll tell you what we can do is we can start you another account, and you have 30 days to cancel it without having to pay anything for any reason. So we can start you a new account, and then after Monday, you just call in and say, I don't want the services anymore, and we'll terminate the account. Sounds okay to me. Okay, kind of stupid. I don't want to go through all of this rigmarole again, but okay, let's give that a try. So I said, so all you'll have to do is just turn the equipment back on, right, with a new account. See, this is where the situation comes in. He goes, no. As soon as the account is terminated, the equipment is burned. That's what he used. The equipment is burned. Bullshit. When the equipment gets put in, if it's new equipment, they recycle it and they give it to somebody else. Don't tell me the equipment is burned. It's like, really? You guys are going to physically burn up? No, what it means basically is the code can't be used again. Bullshit. If you have the code, you can turn the damn thing back on. And here's why you'll find out why I know that's the truth when we get to the end of the story. And I said, what? I have to get new equipment. He goes, yeah, we can FedEx it. You can FedEx it. It's going to take at least 24 hours for you to FedEx it. And I said, and he goes, well, somebody can pick it up at a local Xfinity store there. Can the person living there, does he have, and it's like, no, he doesn't have transportation. Does he have somebody that, it's like, what the fuck? Because again, this is in Vermont. I'm in New Hampshire. I'm an hour and a half drive away from my property in Vermont. And he's expecting the person living there or somebody else that he knows to bring them to an Xfinity store somewhere close by to get the new modem and put it in. It's like, you're insane. I said, no. He goes, well, I can give it to you. So, okay, so you can give it to me, and I can drive an hour and a half there, set it up, and then drive an hour and a half back. So that's 3 hours on the road for your mistake. Now I'm getting pissed. Remember I said I start out at 0? I'm at about, out of 0 to 100, I'm about 50 right now. And I guarantee most everybody else would have been at 100 a long fucking time earlier. A long time earlier. Because my whole evening is being spent with these jackwagons. So he gets fucking pissy with me. And then I said, you know, this is why people lose their shit. This right here is why people lose their shit. I said, and if we don't get this resolved in the proper way, and soon, shit's about to get real. Don't think I use those words? You don't know me. You all know me. If he said he used those words, I use those words. Things are about to get real. He didn't even look up. Didn't even give me the common fucking respect to look up when I said that. Looking down, deadpan, he goes, no, it's not. Oh my God. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not. No. Okay. I'm not. This is what I responded with. I said, look, I'm going to give you a little bit of friendly advice here. When there is a customer that is getting very agitated because of mistakes that you guys made, and they said things are going to get real, the appropriate answer isn't, no, they're not. The appropriate answer is, I understand your frustration, sir. We are going to do everything that we can to rectify this situation. That's how you address it. I said, so yeah, things are about to get real. And then he looked up at me. Or he looked up because I'm still sitting down, so he looked up. He got out from behind the desk, closed distance on me while I'm still sitting down, and said, what are you going to do? Not, oh my God, what are you going to... No, what are you going to do? Motherfucker, you think you're goddamn Superman? You're 5'6" at most, 150 pounds soaking wet. I'm twice your fucking size and you know nothing about me. Now, here's another thing. Y'all know what condition I go out in. I am armed to the teeth. From the time I get up in the morning till the time I get to bed. I got my sidearm, I got my knives, I got all sorts of goodies. And he knows nothing about me except for I'm some old man sitting down still. I hadn't even stood. I was still sitting down. And he's going to close distance with me. What are you going to do? I looked up at him and I said, are you a fucking retard? I said, you have got somebody that's already agitated, and you're going to close distance on them and escalate the situation, asking them what they're going to do. So I stood up. And he went from here down to, you can't say, here down to here. I'm 6'4", 220 pounds. He's 5'6" on a good day, 150 pounds. Shut the fuck up. So I said, what am I going to do? Are you serious? He stopped moving forward, and I said, you're a pussy. Took a step back, leaned up against another thing, and says, you need to get out, you need to leave now. And I said, oh, I need to leave now? Said, you went and you're challenging me, you're confronting me, and now when I get up, you're going to tell me it's time for me to leave? You're a pussy. He says, I'll call the cops. Blue, remember I mentioned Blue? Blue was already on it. She goes, I already called them. I'm like, good, call the police, because I know exactly how this is going to play out. I know exactly how it's going to play out. And she handed him the phone, and the police were on the line, and the speakerphone was on, so I can hear the dispatch. She called 911. And he goes, you know, this is my location. There is I don't know whether he said irate or violent. The Mrs. said he said violent. So it was either irate or violent. One of the two, same thing. Person here. And I fear for my safety. His words. I laughed. I said, you fucking fear for your safety. I don't know. Now keep in mind, it's on speakerphone, so the police can hear every fucking word out of my mouth. And there's going to be more to this. There's going to be more to this. Because there's a little bit of information in this process I haven't told you about, and you're going to laugh your ass off. So I said, nobody who is truly afraid of somebody closes distance with them when they have a structure between them and the other person and challenges them. You're full of shit. So now you're lying to the police. So either you're lying to the police or you are a fucking pussy. And either way, you're a fucking pussy. Again, my words. That's what I said. I wasn't mixing. That's what I said. Superlatives and all. The dispatch goes, is he armed? And I laughed. And I said, yes, I'm fucking armed. Make sure they know that I'm armed. I'm armed. Yeah. No shit. The Whiskey Cowboy not being armed, you've got to be kidding me. I'm always armed. So then we wait. There was at least 6 officers that showed up. And they come in. And I was still standing by then. And I believe the missus was still sitting at that time. And the police come in and we start talking. And one of the officers like, hey, can we come over here and talk? And I said, over here? Hell, we can go outside if you want. Because I didn't want to deal with that horse shit that was going on inside with them and what they were going to possibly say happened or didn't happen. Because when they called the police after he escalated the situation and said he felt for his safety, he was escalating it so it would cause a greater response from the police. That's what I call a mini SWAT. It's a mini SWAT. So it's like, okay, let's play this fucking game. So we go outside, and I've got four officers. with me. And we start talking about the situation. I tell him what's going on. And just as we were leaving the door, he walked up, the manager guy walks up to the missus, puts his finger in her face, and I can see this, and he goes, "And you need to leave too." And when I saw him getting close to her, I took a step back towards the door and I said, "You fucking stay the hell away from my wife." And I said, "You make sure that asshole gets the fuck away from my wife." And they made sure he got away from his wife, because I'd have fucking jerked a chain in his fucking, oh, God. By this time, I'm at 100. See, I'm at 100. I'm fucking mad. So I explained to the police officers what was going on, and every single one of them, you could see the roll of their eyes. They knew exactly what the fuck was going on. This is bullshit. And I told them, I said, people need to stop using fucking police as their muscle when they start shit. This is a civil matter. You guys shouldn't have ever been called. And they agreed. They shouldn't have been called. I said, and this is what's going to happen. I said, what's going to happen is you guys aren't going to arrest me. You're going to ask me if I would leave, and I'll say yes, I'll leave. If they want a trespass order, they'll sign a trespass order. It'll be given to me, and then if I show up again, you will arrest me. That's how it's going to play out. I'm like, yeah. It's like that's how it's going to play. I said, this isn't my first rodeo. I know what the hell's going on. Well, I talked a little bit later in the conversation with the sergeant who showed up on scene. He says, just for clarification, we could arrest you if you would ask to leave. And I said, yeah, you could, but you're not going to. I said, because I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. If you arrest me, you're going to arrest me, you're going to book me, you're going to release me. And then the other officer, one of the other officers chimed in and goes, yeah, and 2 weeks later, you'll be notified that charges are dropped. I said, right, exactly, because it's a bullshit case. It's a bullshit case. They only use the arrest mechanism to get people off the fucking property and to inconvenience them. It's an assault on their person. That's what it is. The police don't want to be doing this shit. Over this? Over this? Fuck that. I get trespassed. The missus gets trespassed. They never even asked her to leave until the police were there. If a party of 17 people come in and you tell one person to go, they're not all obligated to go. You got to tell every single one of them to go. They never told her to go. So they couldn't have even arrested her if they wanted to. So she gets trespassed. I get trespassed. I have a nice conversation with the officers. They're not riled up over it. They know it's bullshit. And little man is probably gloating inside. I could give two shits. Gloating inside. He has somehow won the fucking day. Right? I didn't get the service turned back on. And I got trespassed and I had to deal with the police. Right? He won the day, right? Remember I said shit's going to get real? Remember that little bit of information that I said that I omitted? I did not tell you part of the way through the story. Part of the way through the story is just before I stood up. Just before I stood up, I got a phone call on my cell phone. It was from Comcast Corporate. I thought, because I was trying to do things, I thought that I thought that it didn't come in and the call wasn't connected. So I put the phone back in my holster on my hip. Guess what? Comcast Corporate was on the phone the entire time. Heard everything. I didn't realize that until I started walking away with the missus, because we had to walk around the whole side of the building, and her knees aren't good. So that was not very good. It's like, damn, you should have told me. I would have driven back around. We were just pretty hyped up, but it was fine. And I hear a voice coming from my hip. I'm like, what the hell is that? It was Comcast Corporate. Now, come to find out, Xfinity in Concord is not Comcast. It's one of their satellite stores. You know, they're a branded store. Think of a giant kiosk that gets to use Comcast's name, Xfinity, and they're all connected, and that's why there's only certain things they can do and certain things they can't do. And it comes to find out, Manchester is Comcast, and they can do things that they can't do here in Concord. That's why you wanted me to go there. But he should have been able to handle that on the phone. On the phone. But he didn't. So now I'm talking with corporate. And not only am I talking to corporate, I'm talking to security in corporate. See, because I mentioned that they needed to call the police, or they might want to call the police. So exactly what I thought would happen, happened. They escalated it to the appropriate department. And she heard everything. She was pissed. So we had a nice, pleasant conversation. And she saw me the way I am. The way you all know me. I'm reasonable. I'm honest. I'm fair. And I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. And the police had asked me, they've got cameras in there, but I don't think they have audio. What are they going to show? I said, they're going to show exactly what I told you. Why would I lie about it? You're going to see him closing distance with me while I'm sitting down. You're going to see him escalating the situation. If you can see faces, look at the faces. You'll see my face. You'll see my wife's face. You'll see everything. Go ahead. I wasn't even asked whether or not I wanted to file a complaint. Corporate says, I'm filing a complaint on your behalf. She said, this is totally unacceptable. This is completely out of bounds by every single metric out there. I'm paraphrasing. She was shocked that it happened. What it is it's little man syndrome. We talked about this during the Rovid thing. People think they have a little bit of power, so then they start wielding it over everything. Now, I'm going to be nice. I am going to be nice. I'm not going to tell you this gentleman's name, the manager's name. I'm not going to tell you his name. I can. I have every legal right to tell you his name. But I got his name. See, I know his name. I know his fiance's name. I know his daughter's name. I know what high school he went to. I know his work history. I know, and this is going to go, I know that he went to a podunk boxing school for a little bit and then switched over to one of the Gracie Brazilian jiu-jitsu schools in the area. Went to a tournament back in, back 5-6 years ago, something like that. Did okay. And then in 2019 went to another one, lost every single fucking bout by submission within 1 minute to just over 3 minutes. Every single bout, lost them. Submission. But see, he thought that he was a fucking gorilla because he had a little bit of martial arts training and he could roll around on a mat. Stop it. That shit's going to get you in trouble. You don't know me. You don't know who you're dealing with. Like I explained to security, and I told the police officers, this situation could have went sideways any number of ways. And he would have been on the shitty end of the stick, no matter how it played out. Little man. Little man. I know his work history, too. I don't know if I said that. I can tell you where. I can tell you exactly where he worked and how long he worked there. See, what he doesn't understand is he thought that he was in control, and I told this to the police officer as well as security, Comcast security. I said, hey, what these people don't understand is they think that they're gods and they are the emperors of their kingdom when they're in that little box. But they don't live there. Yeah, Judy says anybody else may have been a lot different. Yeah. And I said, can you imagine me, not being me, but everything else exactly about me, except for me not giving a shit? His family would have been receiving notice to either see him in the hospital or to pick his body up from the morgue. Anybody else. He counts on the good graces of those around him because he thinks he's a fucking gorilla. He's not. He thinks he's Superman. He's not. Stop it. Stop it. When you are a manager, and it's not my job to de-escalate, When you're behind the badge, it's your job to be professional and de-escalate. When you're a manager or you're an employee at the store, it's your job to de-escalate and be professional. When you fuck up and a customer gets pissed off, it's not the customer's job to de-escalate. And like I said, I start out at 0, and I did so many times that day until I didn't. But you want to play this fucking game out, things are going to get real. So things are going to get real. Things are going to get real. And he thought that he won. Here's my demands. Here's my demands. The actual owner of that, I'll call it a kiosk. The actual owner of that kiosk needs to write me a letter saying that me and the missus are no longer trespassed from that location. You can rest. You can bet your sweet ass we're not going back there just to pick up the letter. That's it. We'll come and we'll pick it up and we'll bring it to the police station. We'll get that shit off of the files. That's number one. Number two, his boss or the owner of that kiosk needs to give me a formal apology. I don't need that in writing. I just need him to look at me in the face, man to man, and say, I am sorry. This was unacceptable. That's fine. Number three, every single employee at that location must be trained in how to de-escalate and what they're not supposed to fucking do, because that manager is a liability, not only to himself, but to that business. And not only to that business, but to Comcast. Even though they don't work for Comcast, they're branded Xfinity, which is Comcast. And if you go online and try to find the numbers to any stores, you can't get them. It all goes directly to Comcast. So yeah, even though they're a private entity that work underneath, like a subcontractor for Comcast, it reflects on Comcast. It is a huge liability, beyond belief, what he did. So those are the things, with one on top of that. I want that motherfucker fired. Yeah, he's got a fiance, he's got a kid. Don't fucking care. Don't care. See, I know his work history and I know his life history. He needs a wake-up call. I want him fired. See, he thought that he was king shit and he's gonna rule the day. And shit wasn't gonna get real. Shit got real. So those are my demands. I'll be happy with anything up to him being fired.
His Napoleon complex is going to get him into big trouble one of these days.
But the icing on the cake, I want him fired.
His Napoleon complex is going to get him into big trouble one of these days.
Yeah. Guess what? The internet's on. Oh, it can't be done. It can't be done. Oh, it can't be done. Nobody can do it. Oh, it can't be done. Motherfuck, within a half an hour after I hung up with Comcast Corporate, the internet was back on. No new equipment. Remember how I said, I'll tell you, they don't burn it. They just need to turn the thing back on. Because it's all computerized. This is the code. You have the code. Put the new code in, put it in, just turn it back on. Yep. Within half an hour after I ended the conversation with corporate, it was back on. See, none of this should have happened. None of this should have happened.
Comcast has had a lot of problems here, too.
Welcome to the real. For somebody that goes, you know what?
Comcast has had a lot of problems.
They have, but see, this amplifies it because the major problems
but it
weren't
probably
even from
stems a
Comcast.
lot
They were from this jackwagon third party.
Yeah. But it probably stems a lot from that.
A lot. They need to fix a lot with Comcast. But again, I'll complain where the complaint is valid, and I'll give them kudos where the kudos are deserved. So this employee from corporate went above and beyond. Did an outstanding job, and I'm going to look into how I can express that. Yeah. You know, for her and her job. But yeah, those are my demands on this other situation, and he probably has no fucking idea why, because I'll bet you he already told his boss and spun that tail. But remember, corporate was on the fucking phone. They heard it. It's like you can spin it all you damn want. In Blue, remember I told you about Blue? That said on my first interaction, when I went to have the services turned off, but on the 21st and they screwed up, She even said to me, like I said, anybody else in that situation would have been pissed off by then, and I wasn't. Well, when all this went down, she was more than happy and gleeful to call the cops on me. Fuck her. Fuck her, blue-haired bitch. Little girl. Here's another thing that they should do is if you are not directly involved in the customer interaction, don't hang around. I don't care if there's nothing else going on. Go away. Only the people that are dealing with it should be there. Now, here's another interesting thing. Remember when I said, out of good form, I'm not going to tell you the guy's name. Now, people know that I know his name because I've shared this information. And if you think I'm bullshitting on who he is, what his history is, and shit like that, I'm not. Makes things awful clear in my book. But here's the thing. He can't say shit about me. See, they have, because of this process, they have some information that's personal information about me. Retaliatory? No, can't do that. Well, he could, but he'd be breaking federal and state laws doing so, and he would also be breaking Comcast's only, and since they work under the umbrella of Comcast, they follow the same policies. Their private information policies. Let me see here. Let me read this for you. If he wants to get froggy on that information and try to spill some beans on who I am and some of my shit, number one, he ain't going to find anything. And there's various reasons for that. But he needs to look into the Graham-Leach-Billy Act, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and the Federal Trade Commission Act. He also needs to look into Comcast's actual policy. And this policy, and I'm reading directly from their policy, this policy applies to the personal information we collect on the Comcast corporate websites and applications and other websites and applications that link to it, collectively the websites. It also applies to the information we collect from individuals who interact with us, i.e., you give your name, your credit card information, your address, any information that has to do with any Comcast services, that's an interaction with any employee or employee acting on their behalf. That's private information not to be shared. Now, the information that is protected is the name, postal address, email address, personal identifiers, IP addresses, device identifiers, or other similar information, be it in person forms or otherwise. He can't even fucking say my name. How do you like that for reality? Things getting real. See, this is what gets me. Give somebody just a little bit of power in their little sphere, and they think they've got you over a barrel, and he probably thought he had me over a barrel. Ooh, the cops came and he's gone and he got trespassed. Yeah, well, you know what? Doesn't affect my income. Doesn't affect my reputation. Doesn't affect my job. Doesn't affect a goddamn thing except for me not stepping foot in your fucking store anymore. How do you like them apples? You may be out of a job. How does that affect you? And there we have it. Eskimo says, so he surely was costing a lot of resources for his business and stealing from. Yeah, I would say yeah, because time is money. Time is money. So that's the story. That's why now we're the bandits. I am Mr. Law and Order. I'm Mr. Law and Order. You all know me. I'm Mr. Law and Order. Now I'm the bad guy. Turns out I'm not. This is a funny part of the interaction too. There was another officer. It was him and another younger officer, and they were all there. And he comes up to me, goes, "Sir," he goes, "I've got a trainee with me, And this is the police coming and talking to me while they're investigating what's going on. Comes up to me and goes, I've got a training with me. Are you going to be okay with these other officers so we can go and take care of this traffic accident? I'm like, oh no, go ahead. Just go do your thing, stay safe. And as he was leaving, he goes, thank you, sir, for being polite and professional about everything. It's like, you're welcome. The cops didn't do anything wrong, except for a couple critiques. Got a critique of this. Kind of pissed off the missus. One of them asked my wife whether she was going to be okay when we went home and whether or not there was going to be any domestic problems between us. She was ripshit. She's like, what? They weren't called because we were fighting amongst each other. She, in fact, didn't say a damn thing. Eskimo says, by the way, your voice and video aren't syncing
Mine's always
correctly.
been that
There's
way.
a 4-second delay on the video. Mother scooter.
Mine's always been that way.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
People, if they're, it should be that way if you're on
No,
Zoom
if
and looking
if
at
I'm
the
not
video.
on
But if
Zoom,
you're just
yeah,
on
there is
YouTube,
no
there should not be the delay.
No, if I'm not on Zoom, there is no problem.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And if Eskimo, you're just on YouTube, right? Because I'm looking at
Could
it
it
here.
be
1,
that he's
2, 3, 4,
on his
5.
cell?
Okay, I've got no delay.
I'm on my
my
computer,
end.
so could it be that
That's
he's
not gonna matter?
on his cell?
No,
I'm on my computer.
No,
so
that's not going to matter.
that's not going to matter.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on a PC browser. Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Hey, Judy and Laurel, are you seeing this 4-second delay? Now, you'll generally see a... Laurel says there's a lag. I was just listening and not watching. Okay. I'll have to look into that, and I'll try to get that sorted
Yeah, I
out.
always
Shouldn't
thought it
be
was
that way.
because of Zoom. Yeah, I
Yeah.
always thought it was because of Zoom.
No, that's where you're going to find the delay is really
Yeah.
Zoom. So up until now, there wasn't any audio delay with audio and video. So yeah, I'll look into that. I think most people end up just keeping me on the background anyways, and then look up every once in a while, which is probably why nobody notices it.
The cops and your wife.
But, where the hell was I? Where was
The
I?
cops and your wife.
Yeah. So she was kind of pissed off about that, which that was a dick move. They were good on most everything else except for when one asked me, he says, "Hey, are you carrying?" And it's like, "Yeah." And then he stepped towards me, and I cocked back, and I'm like, "No, you don't have permission to take my
Do you
sidearm."
think
He's like,
because
"Oh, no,
in
no,
this
no."
day
It's
and
like,
age
okay,
and
then
all the
so
shit
everything
that's
was
gone
fine,
down,
but,
That maybe that is just
do
some
you think because in
sentence
this
that
day
they
and age
have
and
to
all the
say?
shit that's gone down, that maybe that is just
Yeah,
some
yeah.
sentence that they have to say?
I don't
Oh,
know.
about my
there's so
wife
much
asked
shit.
if it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I can't imagine it. I don't. No.
I don't know. There's so much shit.
Yeah, because it was clearly we weren't the problem with each other. It's like that's. Oh, Laurel says I noticed it, so I started. Yeah, you should have told me, Laurel, because I can't
Yeah,
fix
it is.
anything. If you said so, you say there's a 4-second. That's a big delay. That is a big delay.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
And Donna's echoing. That's weird.
Really?
Of course, that might be why it's. I mean, like I said, when I'm running directly audio from my mixer into my camera, out into the system again, and otherwise there's a huge delay there because I saw it. Well, says no, the story was too interesting. Yeah. No, what I'm saying is, yeah, most people they'll just turn around. They'll keep the show going. They just won't watch the show. I need to get that fixed. So I will be working on that. Damn it. But you should have noticed that there should have been no visual flare-ups on my camera on your end. Because there should be no overheating issues now. because I'm running HDMI. So yeah, that's the story of Friday. That's the story of Xfinity in Concord, New Hampshire. That's the story of being trespassed, and that's, again, I'm going to go over what these are the things because I told the police. I told the police, yeah, I'm. Okay, Eskimo says perfect, great. I told the police as we were parting ways. I said, yeah, I'm taking this up higher because this is complete hogwash. And they understood. The police were, aside from that little glitch with the missus, they were fine. There was not a problem. Amicable, everybody talked nice. They understood. No issues. Hey, left as if we'd all worked together, So little guy, little manager may think that he won the day, and he didn't even win the day. He didn't even win the day. He's probably chest puffing. Probably went home. If he lives with his fiance, they've got 2 addresses, 2 locations listed on their social media. But yeah, remember, folks, be careful what you put out there, because all you got to do is start following links. Doesn't take long. And you can find all sorts of information. But yeah, I'm sure he is spinning the tale. He is the hero, and I'm some old fucking pussy, and it's like, you're a motherfucking pussy is what you are. He had his chance. And as soon as I stood up, he stopped. So fuck him. And now shit's real. Welcome. You wanted to know what I'm going to do? Ta-da! Yeah, so that's that. He does not know me, and I don't say that to chest puff. When you don't know people, don't cause shit. Okay, who just joined the room? There you go, camera off, good. Zuckerschnitzel. I thought it was Gus because it was partially hidden. I didn't see who it was, so I just let him in. Okay, you got about 5 seconds. Zuckerschnitzel. Or Zuckerrenzel, whatever. To let me know your
Hello.
intent. If not, you're going to be shown the door again.
Well, I arrived. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Well, I arrived.
Yeah, done. And that's enough of that. I'm tired of foolishness. Not having foolishness on the show. Says, does he still cost a hell of a lot of money to his employer, or is he fired? Don't know yet. This just happened on Friday. The process is starting Monday morning. It's being pushed through Comcast Corporate, and they'll be contacting me and letting me know. And then I may be getting a call from another department to explain the situation further. So yeah, now we can slow roll it. Doesn't matter. See, I've got exactly what needed to happen. Why did I kick you out of the Zoom meeting? Because honestly, you sounded retarded, and it seemed as if you had no valid reason being there. Am I wrong on those 2 counts? Did it not appear that way to other people? Judy says, I'm betting against him. He also needs a 1-star review. Oh, because anything less than the best, and he'll get spoken to. Like I said, I'm doing this a nice way. I'm not even telling people who he is. Oh, I know who he is. Laurel says yes, as opposed to what it seemed like for me booting Zuckerdoodle, what the hell that name is. Oh my goodness. So needless to say, the missus has been rather keyed up this weekend. It has not been a good time for her. Me, it's like, hey, okay. Y'all know my history. This is nothing. I don't mind. I knew exactly what the hell was going to happen when it went down. She just didn't need to have that happen to her. Do you justify the animal killing? Do I justify the animal killing? Well, why are you killing them? To eat them? If you're going to eat them, yeah. Yummy. Yummy. But I don't know. That was abroad. Do I justify the? Says get him off the whole platform. You're talking about Zuckerdoodle, Zuckerschnitzel, Zekeroni. Is that who you're talking about, Laurel? Yeah, wrong show to be jumping in acting the fool. Yeah, do you justify the animal killing? Yeah, well. Judy says, right, that was uncalled for. Message retracted from the Zuckerman. Zuki. They've all been retracted. And I didn't do anything. Good job. Yeah, that whole situation was just... You couldn't... If I was to write this down, you'd go, there's no way on earth that this shit would have happened. Like I said, corporate listened to the whole thing, and she was ripshit. It's like, hell no. Yeah, it looks like he took himself off, and that's fine. No, he's not, now he's back again too. So I didn't do anything. Oh. You know what? It might have. There's automatic filters. YouTube filters things out, so he might have done something like if he tries to spam and like post once more than every 10 seconds, it's going to kick in a filter. If he posts certain things, it's going to kick in a filter. Yeah. So I didn't do anything. Oh man, I just got a flare up. That's odd. I got to look into that. I don't know whether it's It shouldn't be my equipment. I'm running HDMI straight in now. It's weird. But yeah, that's how you get yourself in trouble. He is back like a little housefly. Yeah. No, but that's how you get in trouble. He doesn't. He's got just enough training to make him think that he's a gorilla, and it's like, dude. I know even before, I knew nothing about him, but was perfectly secure in what I was doing. Because I know. Yeah, I've done martial arts. I did MMA before MMA was coined, for crying out loud. And I did combat martial arts. Not dancing, not for points. Not on a mat, not with a referee. We talked about this in other shows. We're going to dance, but we're not going to dance very long. I'm too old to be fucking around like that. But judging from his record, it wouldn't be that. It probably would be half that time that I was figuring it might be, because he can't even last a match with rules on a mat. But he's Mr. Badass. I'm surprised he figured out he could trespass you. Yeah, no. I mean, they all know that they can. They all know that they can, and I didn't have a problem. Look, if you want to trespass me, go ahead and trespass me. What pissed me off was the fact that he's going to get all froggy with me, and then he's going to tell the police that he fears for his safety. Oh, you motherfucker. Either way, you're lying. Either way, you're a lying piece of shit. Thinks he's looking big with the other employees. No, you're not. See how big you look when they come into work, and it's like, where is he? Well, he's no longer working here. Next. But yeah, I didn't mind being trespassed. Do it. Do it. I'd still wait for the cops. It was just the fact that he told the police that after getting up in my face and then backing down, telling them that I was the one that was getting violent and he felt for his safety. You motherfucker. You raise the stakes. You fucking start the shit and keep it going. And then want to turn me into the monster of the story? Wrong. Wrong. I wish him well. Him and his side business, him and his buddies and their side businesses. Oh yeah. Oh boy, do I know. My English is not good. Well, how about this? Your English is not good, and now you are in timeout, Mr. Fly. Go find somebody else's show. Have fun. Have fun. But yeah. This is big man syndrome out there, and I get tired of it. Why don't I back down? This is why I don't back down. Because people like this are used to other people backing down around them. Like, it's not me being an asshole. It's me just being a normal person with normal standards, and they just pushed me too far. Nope, not backing down. Not doing it. I knew they weren't going to arrest me. Shit. Over this? Give me a break. So how was your weekend? How was Friday and weekend for everybody else? Would have been nice to be able to talk about something else, but I thought that y'all might enjoy that story. It's like, oh my God, John. It's like, yeah, oh yeah. Things are going to get real. Yeah. So I'm not threatening. I'm not threatening him. I didn't threaten anybody. Just like I got a new studio coming hopefully in the next couple months. It's not a threat either. It's just I'm laying out the plans for everybody. Laying out the plans. This is the landscape which we are now going to navigate. Not a threat. And like the police officer is saying, yeah, well, you saying that things are going to get real, that can be a threat. It's like, yeah, try taking that to court. Yeah, try arresting me and taking that to court. He said things are going to get real. What the fuck does that mean exactly? No, really. You got to specify, what does that mean? Things are going to get real. Yeah. That's not going very far.
Are there any other providers other than Comcast? Are there any other providers other than Comcast?
Yeah, there are, but none that
I know
offer
Comcast
the
has
speeds
problems
that I need.
around here.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's different.
I know Comcast has problems around here,
Yeah.
But that's different. That's
Yeah. Judy says my grandson took me out on the side by side. We had fun. He's pretty amazing. Oh, fantastic, Judy. Yeah, those are fun. Laurel says,
Yeah,
good
we're
weekend.
back.
The next week is the high 90s, a day of 100s. Yuck.
yeah.
Went to a
we're
50th
back.
birthday party for a friend. Oh, 50. They're just coming into the club. Yeah. The mud hole something. Thorl. The mud hole though. Oh, exclamation point. Remember, it's really small on my screen. Don't visit us in August. Yeah. No, side-by-sides are fun. I'm glad you had a good time. Yeah, we had the reason we stopped, we had been Comcast customers for a long time. And then the prices just kept rising and rising and rising and rising. It's like, holy shit. The new customers are getting the whole bundle for a third of what I'm paying. And I've been a customer for what? 2 decades? Can you cut me a break? Nope. See ya. So we left and we went with Consolidated, and my God, Jesus, we got twisted DSL. Supposedly good fast service, was not reliable, down all the time. It's like, no. So got rid of that, went back to Comcast was it this spring? It was this spring we went back there. So like I said, I'll call balls and strikes where they have, and when Comcast has problems, I'll tell you what the problems are. Start out with number 1, they've got too many people that can't do a goddamn thing. That's one of their problems. Number 2 is their phone service, their phone system is the 9th level of hell. They need to, again, when all of your employees know that it's horrible, get rid of it. There's no need for it. They'd save themselves a lot more time if they went in immediately, like the old school, had somebody just answer the phone and go, how can I help you? And then they switch them off to where they need to go. Judy says it was 109 a few hours ago. Damn. Boy, it's been a long time since I've seen that.
Not quite
We don't
here.
get it usually
I think
quite that hot up here.
we got up to 106.
Yeah, it was.
Not quite here. I think we got up to 106.
It's still.
Hot
It's
up here is
95 here now.
1 to 6-ish, 1 to 5.
Yeah.
That's hot.
It's 95 here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about this too. Hell,
Yeah.
85 with 300% humidity can be hot. It's all relative, but
We had a
we don't
couple
really get
really
back
nice days
when
this
I was
last
living in
week. It
Oklahoma,
was in the 80s.
Over 100, that's not uncommon.
Yeah, we had a couple of really nice days this last week. It was in the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's nice here now in the mornings. Oh, you can sit out on the front porch and drink a coffee. It's nice and cool. Fall, my favorite year. I could be fall all year round. The missus, she likes it hotter. I like fall. I like the clothing. It's good. Pair of long johns, pair of jeans, long sleeve long john top on, long sleeve shirt, and a vest. There you go.
Yeah.
That's perfect. And then just enjoy your day. It's fall weather.
Yeah.
It's been hot, breaking breaking records. Sorry about that. Long day, man. I'm tired. It's been a long weekend. Like I said, the missus, man, she is still tore up about this. She is not happy at all. She's not used to dealing with this. I don't give a shit about it. I don't care if we roll around on the ground. I don't give a shit. Call the cops. I don't give a fuck. Say what you want about me. Like I said, when he pointed his finger at her when I was just outside the door, shit's gonna get real if I get him the fuck away from her. And they did. Judy says fall is my thing. Summer, not so much. Yeah. Spring is good, but I don't like the mud. I don't like the mud. Weather-wise, it's fine, but fall, because fall we don't have a lot of mud. So you just get the nice leaves and just cooler weather. You can have a fire every night and it's not a problem. In the summertime, it's not so much. But yeah, fall. Love fall. Autumn. Yeah. Audio lag. Son of a bitch. It's not supposed to be like that. I'll have to look at the show again tomorrow. I have to pull it up and take a look at it and see if I can see the audio lag, whether it's just a live thing or whether that's just a propagation thing when it's going live, or I have no idea. So we'll figure it out. Fall is the best season, says Laurel. Yeah. See, I like winter too, but winter's a rich man's season. So if you can snowmobile or ski or something like that, that's great. If not, yeah. That's the missus does not like winter. Yeah, she likes a fire, and it's sort of pretty for her. I think it's beautiful. Love being outside, nice, crisp air.
Yeah,
Snow
we've
maybe
got
starting to
a
come
long
down.
way,
Walking
pretty
in the snow,
long
you
way
hear
to
the
go
crunch of the
before
snow,
we
and
break
it's
any
quiet, and you can
records
hear
here.
everything. It's like, oh,
Yeah, we've got a pretty long way to go before we break any
I
records
think it
here.
was, God, back in the Depression days,
It was
I
like
think it was
120
God,
degrees.
back in the Depression days
in this area.
it was like 120
times
degrees. Yeah, well, yeah.
in this area.
And
Yeah,
then just a
that's
few
pretty warm.
years ago,
yeah,
yeah,
it just flared up
God,
again.
it was like in
Yeah.
the
I don't know
90s
what the hell
for
this is.
2
And then
months
just a few
straight.
years ago,
You know,
God, it was
that,
like
that's a long
in the
time to hold
90s
those
for
temps.
2 months straight.
Mm.
You know,
That's a long time to hold those
well,
temps.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't bother me that much.
You need a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I just
Don't bother me
Yeah.
that much. Yeah, we had,
Like I said, it's
gosh,
gorgeous here now.
night
'Cause
before
at
last,
night
it
it's
got
cooling
down in
Yeah.
the 60s here. At
Yeah, we
night.
had,
I had my
gosh,
windows
night
open
before
for a
last,
couple
it
of
got
nights
down
there.
in the 60s here at
Yeah,
night.
that's
I had
sleeping
my
weather.
Yeah, it
windows
is.
open for a couple of nights there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's sleeping weather.
Yeah, it is.
Open things up. Let the house cool down.
Yeah, I think more.
Yep.
I
So
like
you
the
get nice, cool
blankets,
air
but
on
I
your
think
face,
it's
but then
more
you have your blankets
the
on the top.
feel,
It's like, oh, that's
the
nice.
weight.
Yeah, I think
Sleeping
more.
weather.
I like the blankets, but I think it's more the feel of the weight.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna bust
And
into
carry
the
it
Feel of
down in a
Cotton
bucket.
song. You're gonna sing that song for us.
Yeah,
Touch the
right.
feel of cotton.
And carry it down in a bucket. Uh-oh.
Oh, funny.
Eskimo
Yeah,
says
how's
that
that
he
working
hears
out for
Donna
you?
twice.
Am I
And
overstepping you
once.
then?
I'm trying to see how that's.
Yeah, how's that working out for you? Am I overstepping you then?
No, I think they're just hearing. They're hearing a feedback. So they're hearing me, and then your voice is looping twice. Okay, try this. Hey Donna, say something.
Hey, John, say something.
Okay. See, I'll bet you right now that took care of that problem, didn't it? Okay, Donna's going on. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's fine. I told you. Yeah, my audio settings changed again. Let's. Oh wait. Try this. Turn this off too. Oh my God, why are these still on? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Try this now. I was not supposed to be running my Behringer sound in through. I was just supposed to be running, and that's what was happening is the desktop sound was running through again. So now, oh shit, this was 1, 2. What? No, that's not right. Turn this off. There you go. So the HDMI. Okay, now tell me if there's a lag in my voice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's not, I can't. Boy, I screwed that one all up, didn't I? Is there still a lag, or is my voice synced up now? There is still, says Eskimo. Okay, well at least I solved one of the problems. One of the problems is some of the sounds got back on, but now when Donna talks, there's no echo on her part. Right, Laura says still a lag. Son of a mother. Hey, one problem at a time. Again, I'm pragmatic.
yeah, one problem
we
at a
fixed one
time.
problem. Man, Eskimo will tell you. Him and Gus were helping me out. We were chasing down phantom sounds. I was running okay, I gotta shut the doors in the other room because there's no way that the mic should have been picking anything up, and it wasn't. But the video is live, but your voice is with 5-second delay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's with mine too. But
Yeah, but that should only happen
It don't
when
bother
you're on
me.
Zoom. But if you're just looking at it on
if I was deaf and and had to read lips.
No, but see what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a problem on YouTube. It shouldn't be happening. So I'll have to figure that out. Again, just one problem at a time. It was fine
Yep.
when I was running it as the hell was it? The USB. There was no lag. Then I hooked up HDMI and I had a lag on my end. So then when I ran the vocals through the camera, no lag on my end, but supposedly going out there's a lag. Damn it. Now Eskimo, was the other day the first time that you caught my show? Is this the first actual live stream aside from the test that you caught? So I have to wait. Yep. Okay. Good. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Every show is like this, except for the drama's not usually this high. You never know. You never know what we're going to talk about. We might talk about cars. We might talk about canoeing. We might talk about chickens. Yeah, we didn't talk much about the chickens. There's more than one show because, see, now I can pull the internet up. Look at that. Okay, pull the internet on, and we go like this, and okay, back up this way. Turn it off. I mean, so there's more interaction that can happen, but there was no need for me to pull up anything. It says, good trick. You can talk while drinking coffee. Yeah, I'm a ventriloquist. Yeah. No, but this works fine if it's just a podcast and if you're at work and you're not really watching it, then that's fine. And that's great. It's great. It's not a problem. But I need to fix this problem because it's for the people that want to watch it. I don't need that 4-second lag. Eskimo says, I discovered your channel from your comment below a video that was reviewing the actions of some corrupt cops. Oh, yeah. There's a couple, Audit the Audit, Civil Rights Attorney, maybe one more. Good channels out there. And I've been making comments under some of their videos. Oh, man, some of that shit just chaps my ass. I don't know if it was one of the comments that you read where I mentioned, I'm a former police officer. I'm a former soldier and a former police officer. So it pisses me off when people do the wrong thing. I'll back the blue, but they better do the right thing. And there's a lot of great officers out there. There's a lot of good officers. But it only takes a few asshats.
Yeah. That's exactly what happens.
It says, the mic covers your mouth half of the time. Yeah. I'd cover my whole damn face if I could. Come on, I got a face for radio. How's that? Is that better? Looks like I got a black clown nose on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a face for radio. I put up the link to the radio interview. Dr. Tom Kelly interviewed me a couple weeks ago, and it finally went live. He butchered.
Look that up.
He butchered the editing on that one, but yeah, you go for it. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, at least we got Donna not echoing anymore. Echo. Yeah. Yep.
Where is Dr. Kelly from?
Wyoming.
Oh, really?
Yep. Do you know Connie?
I've seen her on there.
Okay, Connie's from Wyoming as well, and Connie turned Tom on to my content.
Oh.
So
okay.
Tom started following my content, and then I had him on a Whiskey Cowboy live show. It was dedicated basically to him. So it was probably at least an hour, just back and forth with him. Then I opened it up to the floor so we could have more questions and stuff like that.
Well, there's a state Republican Party. There's a Dr. Thomas Kelly of Wyoming State Republican Party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that the same one you're
Might be.
talking about?
Tall guy, got a ponytail.
God, I don't know. Don't know what he looks like.
From Wyoming, yeah. Yeah. Judy says that was a great interview. Which one? When I had Tom on? I say I think I did a better job. So it was long form anyways. We could just talk about things. He only had 20 minutes, and half of the damn thing was dedicated to commercials. Eskimo says America's a great place. I hate seeing people who don't value what they have. I'm living in an igloo and ice fishing all day here.
Where are you, Eskimo?
Eskimo, you don't live in an igloo and ice fishing every day. Where are you joining from? Julie says we have amazing police here, and the criminals still want to defund them. Makes me mad. Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
Know it.
Yeah, I generally don't have any problems with police. I do every once in a while, but generally I don't. Again, I used to do a lot of street photography. You can imagine that. Street photography and open carrying at the same time. So you have people calling in because somebody's taking pictures with a camera, and you got people calling in because somebody's got a gun. You get to, it's like, hey, Cowboy, the police knew me. I was Cowboy, and I come up because they have a mounted patrol as well down in Manchester. So it's always,
It reminds me when
Cowboy.
my first husband, my ex, that's all we did. We hunted and trapped and fished all the time. And I told him one year, I said, if you get me one more thing that shoots, it better be a camera, because the first thing I'm pointing it at is you.
Yeah. Well, I tell people, I'm gonna go out street shooting. Well, with the Cowboy, that could mean a couple different things. Yeah. I loved street shooting. He says, I really do live in an igloo. In an igloo. What's the name of your town, Mr. Eskimo? I had an opportunity back, 20 some odd years ago. I was offered a job up in Alaska, up in Ketchikan. I would have been their VPSO. Hey, I told you folks about this shit. Village Public Safety Officer. It's like a policeman, fireman, paramedic, fishing game, all in the same damn thing. Yeah, up in Ketchikan. Oh, it looks pretty. Looks pretty. The tours stop in at Ketchikan. Oh, it's pretty, but yeah, they got some problems up there. Typical Alaskan problems. If Eskimo is from Alaska, he can attest to some of the Alaskan problems that they have. Was almost on my way. I was convinced to stay in New Hampshire. Judy says, dang, happy to be in my little house.
Yeah, if I ever take a cruise, I want to do the Alaska thing.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it's beautiful. I've never been there.
Yeah,
Probably won't ever be there.
My stepdad was in the service, and he kept putting in for Alaska, but never got there. Got to Germany, but never got drawn. Never got put in for Alaska.
Yeah. Well, my one of my dreams is to be able to travel, make a circuit around the United States, see some of the places that I've missed. I don't really need to go west of the Continental Divide, so I'm fine because I've been west. But I have no interest in been to California, no interest to see it again. So I'd like to make a loop through back some of the areas that I've been through, but down through the East Coast and shoot on up, down the southern, and then back up the Continental Divide through well, the missus, I got to show her New Mexico would be about as far west as I'd go. Get into New Mexico and then head back up through Colorado, Oklahoma, Colorado, and then Wyoming, because never been to Wyoming. Been through those other states. So haven't been to Wyoming, haven't been to Montana. So go up to Wyoming, Montana, South Dakota, see the sites there,
Yeah.
the
Lived
Yellowstone
in
area.
North Dakota for 30 some odd years and never got west of Glendive, Montana.
Yeah,
Every
well.
year we went paddle fishing in Glendive, but never got west of there.
Eskimo says, I wish I was Alaska, sir. It's just ice. Where are you?
Iceland?
Well, if
Newfoundland?
if he says Eskimo, he's got to either be in Alaska or he's got to be in Canada. Got to be Alaska or Canada. Both of them have ice but there's not as much ice as what you think. I mean, the Arctic Circle has all this just bugs and crap. It's not as much ice as you'd think. I would rather be in a cabin close to the water. No big boat for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I thought I'd make the journey, with the tow behind. Thought, yeah, make a nice off-road rig, and then Patriot Campers. Look into them, awesome campers. Their latest one it's actually a pop-up now, where before it was you'd have to pop it up on the top of the back, and the missus doesn't like that, so this actually has steps. So it's really cool, but whatever. Look at Patriot Campers. Thought I'd get one of those and we do the trip on that, but now it's like, yeah, just drive it. Just drive it and hit the hotels. So, yeah, it's going to be more money, but and since it's more money, it's not anything that's in our plans anytime soon, but yeah, that's on the list. It's on the bucket list. Take about a month and a half. Do the trip. I mean, you could do it a lot longer than that, but I don't want to be gone that long.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm looking at one right now. Gosh.
Oh, Patriot Campers? Oh, awesome
Yeah.
stuff. I think it's the 3. I think that's the pop-up one.
This one's a pop-up. It's yeah.
Yeah, should be a 3.
There's a 3, an X1, and X1.
Yeah. X1 is awesome. X1's good for about 10 or 15 years ago. Now we're getting past that to climb up. So, and there's a lot of new overlanding camper companies out there right now, but they're the only one that really has the pop-up version now. So let's go. There we go. Let's do Gen 2. No. Gen 1. Where's number 3? Oh, Gen 2 and 3. Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah,
See, there it is right
one.
there. It's so you only got like 3 steps to get up into it, but it's got a queen size bed and it's got a place to sit. On the other side where the awning is, that's where the cook area is. And it has the pull-out oh, you're from Turkey. Oh, you're not the Jack Wagon. No, you wouldn't, because we had somebody else claiming he was from Turkey back one of the other shows. Well, welcome to the show from Turkey. Yeah, they have the pull-out sink and the refrigerator and stuff like that. These things are awesome. And the suspensions, if you can take your truck there, this thing will follow. So there it is, opening up right there.
Oh, it's all hydraulic. Okay.
Oh, those things are freaking awesome. They're very expensive. You can buy a full tow behind trailer, a nice one, for the same price as you get one of these things. They're very expensive. But this is more my lifestyle. And you can take them places that I'd like to go.
That's cool.
They got solar panels with them. They've got, there's a picture from the inside right there. So yeah, they got solar panels and you can charge the batteries off of your own generator on your vehicle, your alternator. And yeah, amazing. So that's what I was thinking. Oh, we get something like this, and then we can just go anywhere we want. And don't have to worry about hotels.
Oh, yeah. Outdoor kitchen. All right.
Yeah, it's got everything.
Oh, wow.
It's got everything. Cool. They've even got it where you can enclose all of your external areas where the canopies are. So it's like a building on the outside. So it's pretty cool.
So that's a hard shell? Is that a hard shell on top? Sort of?
Yeah, on the 3? Yeah.
Yeah, when it's all folded up.
Yep, it's all folded up. It's a hard shell. So you can. That's where the solar panels are, and you can mount bike racks and all sorts of stuff on top of that. So when you get where you're going, you just take your bikes or your kayak or whatever you happen to have strapped up there. You take that down, and then you open it up, and it's got the living accommodations inside. And like I said, it's great because it's got a regular back door that you just walk in. You just go up the steps. Where the old style, you'd have to climb up. Where if you look at the 3 and you've got the ladder off of one side, the old style, that's the only way that you can get into them is by ladder. And the missus, she can't do that. But she can climb up 3 stairs.
Yeah, if nothing else, she can sit down.
Yeah,
Just about.
yeah.
It doesn't look like they're too high off the ground.
They're not too bad. Laurel says you can get a lot of hotel rooms for the price of a motorhome tow behind. The hubby and
Yeah.
I had plans to take a month and see the places and drag right. No, I get it.
Yeah.
That's why I said. So this was what, if it was 10 years ago,
Offer.
this is what I would
Yeah.
do nowadays. That's why I said, yeah, I'd probably just find whatever hotel is close to wherever I want to do so I don't have to worry about it.
Almost 67,000. Yeah.
Yeah, I told you these are expensive.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do, if you're overlanding, nothing better. I mean, that's awesome because you can't pull any other $60,000 trailer where you're going to overland.
No. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Judy says you can help her. Help her what? You help her.
Get in.
Oh, with this one, she wouldn't have to. I mean, she can walk up the stairs. That's not a problem. But it's the ladders, the old style, the ladders. There's no way she's going to climb up a ladder getting into it. But like I said, now you plan it around hotels.
Looks like it's got regular 16 or 18-inch tires.
Yeah, those are. They've got to be 16 or 17s come standard.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
gotta
they're
be.
off-road. This is an off-road trailer. This is not.
Yeah,
this does
that's
not
really
have.
cool.
And they're not. There you go. Unmatched roadability. If you scroll down, I've got it right here now. Look for the unmatched roadability. You can see some of the suspension. It's independent suspension on either side with dual shocks and airbags, so you can adjust the height of the trailer when you're traveling. So if you're on like the highway, you drop it down, and then when you go off road, you raise it up. So because you want the wheels to articulate. Then when you get to your camping area, you use the same airbags to level it right and left. So it's like, oh my God. And it's got full electrical service in it. So anything that you do at home, you can do inside this rig. Oh, it's amazing. So just pick her up like a new bride. Then really, and then what? Throw her into it? Because I'm not gonna carry her and climb a ladder at the same time. No, I'm not a fireman. Yeah, you're sweet, Judy. But no. This is zombie apocalypse survival must have, says Eskimo. Yeah, these things are awesome, but they're not the only. You can get them a lot cheaper from other, like Turtleback makes an adventure rig that's similar to this, but it's smaller and it's not as high tech, not as beefy. But Turtlebacks are fine. You can get them for like a third of the price. And then there's like adventure. I think it's called adventure rigs or something like. There's a lot of them now. But these were one of the first that went all out. This is it's just Patriot campers, but believe it or not, they're out of Australia.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and the owner has a metal fabrication shop, and him and his mates used to love going camping with the families. So the wives got together and the guys got together and they built these rigs at cost. So they said, what would we think would be the ultimate adventure camping trailer? And they came up with the X1, and it's amazing. Then they just tweaked it from there. Now they got the whole line up, and this is the X3, which would be perfect for me and the missus. She says you can't throw her, says Judy. You're right, I can't. I can't throw her. I could throw you. I could throw the
Throw you off,
I could
yeah.
throw the manager there at Xfinity. But no. But yeah, these rigs are just amazing. I've been watching them for years. It's like, oh man, that's my dream rig. But the older I get, and like I said, there's other mobility issues involved. So it's like, not. I probably wouldn't travel the country with this. It'd be neat to have, but I'd just rather have a nice ranch, small ranch with a few horses. And I could go out riding each day or every other day and ride a horse in the morning, ride a horse in the afternoon. The missus gets the chickens.
Here's a cheaper one. It's only $44.59.
Yeah, that must have been what? It's a older one, X1, X1 or X2?
X1H.
X1H. Yeah, that's a hardtop. H is for hardtop. And I didn't even have to look. You see, I told you I've been following them for a long time. They're just amazing. They're amazing trailers.
Wonder what the tongue weight on those are.
I don't know. They probably got it listed there. It's not bad. It's not bad. These are. It sounds like it would be heavy, but they're not. You can tow this behind a two-wheel, a shorter regular Jeep. You know, not even the four-door ones. You can tow it behind a mid-sized pickup truck without any problem. So a lot of times they'll tow it behind a Tacoma.
Yeah.
So
I've got a Toyota Highlander. I gave up my truck.
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't.
Yeah, these are just. I've seen people tow them with like the AEV Prospector or 2500 Dodge 2500 that's made for off-road and for overlanding. You didn't even know that these things are behind it. But yeah, they'll just about any off-road vehicle tow
It's
these.
got a 41-gallon water tank.
Yep. It's got everything you need. If you can stop, you know, you can live. It's got everything you need. Great batteries. It's got refrigerators, so you don't have to worry about ice all the time. It's got everything. You want to run your coffee pot, you want to run your blow dryer, you want to run your TV if you've got a satellite system run, it doesn't matter. This thing will do it. In a package small enough that will tow behind any off-road vehicle.
Yeah, it's only, including the tongue, it's only like 12 feet.
Yeah. Pretty short. You don't even have to worry about because it's so small. Just drive. You know, if you've got a longer one, especially off road, you have to worry about your trailer falling behind you. No, this just drive. Wherever you go, it's going to go. It's pretty cool.
I miss that. Miss camping so bad.
Judy says, you know what? Don't hurt my feelings, but I would lay out in the field or pasture and just be out there, raw and well stupid, LOL. No, it's okay. No, you do you. I have no idea where that comes from. We must have a lag going on here. I have no, but okay, yeah, do it. That's fine. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Judy, I can relate.
Judy says I'm
No,
a weirdo.
you're not a weirdo.
No, don't worry about it.
I remember when my ex and I went goose hunting one time and got it on out in the field.
Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. No, this is too much information. TMI. You got a man from Turkey over there. You're gonna go. Oh, he's going. Oh, you damn Americans. You're crazy. Stop it.
Oh, yeah, we're all crazy anyway. Well, hey.
Oh my goodness. From Turkey. It's from Turkey. Eskimo is our Turkish delight. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he must be talking about the dessert Eskimo.
No, I don't know. He kept saying he hasn't. He's from an igloo, but he's not. He's from Turkey. So what are you? Not that it matters, because I give two shits. You're just from Turkey. You Muslim Turkish? Are you Christian Turkish? Are you What would the other one be? You got the Muslims, you got the Turkish, Persian, Turkish. What are you? I'll probably sleep in an igloo one day, though. Oh man, look up. I tell you what, Eskimo. Look up. They've got hotels. They've got ice hotels.
Oh God, yeah, that's in Scandinavia somewhere, Sweden or somewhere that.
Where are the ice
Finland
hotels?
or somewhere that.
Let's find out.
Holds those every year.
Yeah, they do it every year. Ice hotels, best ice
Yeah.
hotels. Sweden.
Yeah, look that up.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit's cool.
Yeah.
No pun intended. That shit's cool. Okay, here you go. Watch this.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at these things. And they build them.
Every year.
Every year they build them.
Yeah.
So each year it's from scratch. And you get your rooms. I tell you, it's actually pretty warm inside ice structures anyways. It holds the heat rather well. Excuse me. So you'd think it'd be cold, and it's not. Igloos are pretty warm. Yeah, that's an Eskimo heaven. Yes. Oh, look at these. Oh, look at that. See, and you got a fireplace in it.
Oh, that's too cool.
That's nice. This is nice there.
I wonder how in the hell they do that.
Do what, the fireplace?
To have a fireplace in
Well,
the radiant heat alone.
yeah, but ice doesn't melt, especially ice in bulk doesn't melt as fast as you think it does.
Evidently not.
Let's see here. What is that? That's a
laptop. No?
No, it's not a laptop, but it's got to be gas. It's got to be a gas something. Or electric or something. So it looks like logs. Yeah. See, because you got a cord. You got a cord there coming in.
Yeah, it's got to be one of them fake
Yeah.
fireplaces.
Yep. And then they just set it inside the
That's
fake fireplace, and that's fine. But see, they've got candles and stuff. It's actually probably, like I said, quite warm in there.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I mean, you're inside.
Well, I'm an atheist, by the way. Okay, that's fine too. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, whatever.
I was just curious because most of the Turkish folks that you're going to run into are probably Muslims. Like I said, they got some Persians, they got some Christians.
My sister-in-law is married to a Turk.
Oh, is she?
But he of Turkish ancestry. He's born and raised here.
Oh, so he's an American.
But his folks came, from
From Turkey.
so that was
Look at
80 years ago.
Look at that. That is freaking awesome. There's the bed there, and then they got a bar area. That's freaking cool. I keep saying cool. It's very cold. It's not that cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, see, they're wearing jackets, but clearly they're not. This girl over here does not need her hat. Like I said, you can stay pretty warm in those places. That is, yeah. So there you go, Eskimo. Put that on your list. And if you're in Turkey, it's actually easier for you to get there in Sweden than it is to get to Alaska.
Say that again.
It's easier for Eskimo to get to Sweden than it is to get to Alaska. Because he said he wanted to be in he wanted to go in an igloo. So I mentioned the ice hotels. Since he's in Turkey, it'd be quicker and easier for him to actually get to Sweden and spend time here in these ice hotels than it is to get to Alaska.
Yeah.
So yeah, some cool shit. Oh, there's some people. They're sleeping. There we go. Look at that. They look all happy. See, this one's got a fireplace in it. It's not a fireplace. Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, that is a fireplace.
Yep, and then the chimney runs on up. But you see, they didn't put it near any walls, and this is
Right,
probably
right.
pretty well insulated here, the chimney area. So yeah, and all this ice, it's not going to melt as fast as you think it would. That's pretty neat. Pretty darn neat. Every year. Can you imagine building that every year? Oh, here's another picture of it. Here we go. Look at that. Oh hell! It's like a snow cat with eyeballs. No, that's too far. No. Oh, see, there's another little snow rat or something over in the corner. Judy says, "Hey, I could totally sleep there, but not by myself." Yeah, bring a friend. Yeah, see, this is cool with the little rat thing over in the corner, but this one here with the glowing eyes, no, that's too much. that's too much. Oh, this one's a firefly. They got a firefly up in the. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat.
God, can you imagine the detail of like the murals? Unreal.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, and this one's got some stuff up on the ceiling. What do they got here? What is this? Let's open this up and see what it is. They got some stuff up in the ceilings.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, this is like a Nordic snake, Nordic dragon. Yeah, see, this is a dragon, and the tongue coming down, and here's the wings. And what do we got over here on this other side? I don't know what this other side is. Maybe another dragon. See, that's cool. This must be where you eat, because see, these are just tables.
That looks like the cafe.
Yeah, like the oh, see, and then there's in the background. This is probably some Nordic god in the back. Because look, see his eyes. And then it looks like there's a bar or something underneath it, or that's an entry. I don't know. And then his hair. Do you see that?
Not unless it's a church or something.
No. That's got no, because there wouldn't. You'd just have benches. I think it's just like maybe a Nordic. Looks like a dining hall. Because you wouldn't need these tables if it was just a church.
Right,
You'd just have benches.
Right.
But that is so cool. Another one. Let's see here. Oh, the stairs going up. Oh, that's neat. Oh, here's another bedroom. Oh, that's neat. Another bedroom. Oh, that's funny. They got people on it. People cut into it. Look like cartoon-ish. Oh, I'll be darned. What's this? What is this? I don't know what that is. What's this? Oh. What is it here? Open another tab. There we go. Look at that. Oh, and it's got like, these are like horses. Nordic style horses
No,
in
those are
the
dragons.
banister. You think those are dragons? They look like horses.
Well, maybe they are.
They could be dragons.
I don't know. They look like dragons. Look like the one.
We'll give it to you.
has
We'll say they're
scales.
dragons. They're dragons. Okay, they're dragons.
Hey, Eskimo, how cold does it get there?
In Turkey?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it should be. That's East Central Europe. That's
Well, it's kind of in between. Yeah, Turkey is.
it should be the same temperatures as like
Iran or
no.
Israel or.
No. Like Czechoslovakia, Transylvania, those places like that, they're right there by Turkey. Oh, we'll bring up a map. Watch this. Here we go. Bring up a map. I'll show you. Turkey. Turkey. There we go.
Just north of Middle East.
Yep, it's right here. See, here's Syria and here's Iraq. But see here, and you've got
Right.
here's Amar, Greece, around Greece. But see, the elevation should be higher, so it's going to be cooler than that.
Yeah, it is. It's just north of
There's Georgia, Russia.
Israel, and
Yep.
yeah.
But it's north.
Yeah,
It's northeast. It's towards. See, there's Bulgaria,
Yeah, there's the Black
Bucharest.
Sea.
So it's right here. It's right in the same general area.
Yep. So they're on
Right.
the
He says it
same
gets pretty
elevation,
cold in the
it looks
mountain
like.
areas. Right. That's why I said it's up higher,
Yeah,
so it gets cold
yeah.
in the mountains.
Yeah, because they're in the same plane as Greece and
Right.
the.
Right.
The-
The only thing. Right. The only thing that makes them colder than like Greece, because they're right in the same latitude, is their elevation. Sort of like our continental divide, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana. Get in the mountain areas, it gets colder. Still same latitude, but you're just higher in elevation. There's Hungary, Budapest right here. Bulgaria, Romania. There we go, Romania. Romania. I think Transylvania was someplace right around in here.
Yeah, he's really not that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's close to Sweden. That's for
Right,
sure.
that's what I'm saying. It's easier for him to get to Sweden than it is to Alaska.
Yeah. Well, there's Netherlands and
Yeah.
yeah. Cool.
And see, then it lowers. See, so you've got Syria, Baghdad, Jordan, Kuwait. They're all lower altitudes, but they're also enough south so you get the lower altitudes and the equator. So you get more heat, desert. Egypt, Libya, there we go, Algeria, Morocco. See a lot of green in through here. Algiers, Malta, yep, Tripoli, Cyprus. Cyprus. Yeah, look at this. Look at this this desert, the Saharan desert. It's like freaking. It's grown big. It's grown big. It never used to be that big. It used to only be like around here, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. They go global warming. It's like, no, that's just how things happen. We've actually the tree population, the vegetation on Earth has skyrocketed in the last 50, 60 years. But no, can't say that. So it's usually very hot in the southeastern part of Turkey. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
Let's go back
Desert.
down here. Southeastern, right down here. See, you're coming out of the mountains, and then you're heading back towards the Greece area, but not because you got the water there. Get out of the highlands. This is all the highlands right up and through here. You can see it. It's like the whole middle area, and then everything slopes down. So whereabouts in Turkey are you? That way we can stop in.
Yeah, right.
Right. Okay, let's bring this up in here. Bursa, right below Istanbul. Oh. There's Istanbul. There's Bursa right there. There you go. See, I knew it. You mean Constantinople? It's like, no, Istanbul. Now, the story of Constantinople and Istanbul, because you see right here, it's a major land pass right here, which is why it was so crucial to the area. But there's Istanbul, Constantinople. When did they change it to Istanbul? I think it was within my lifetime. No, before my time. It was 1930. 1930, they changed it from Constantinople to Istanbul, but not too much before our 1928. There you go. Till 1928. It was 1930. They had the new. That's what they say. The new federation, the new formation of the Republic of Turkey. It was officially changed in 1930. So they unofficially, I would imagine, 1928 and then 1930 when the new federation was formed.
They're kind of like everything else. It took them 2 years to get the paperwork done.
Yeah. I mean, that's not uncommon.
Right.
They switch things over and then they go, okay, we're going to make it new, make it official. 5 cities changed their names. 5 cities. Wow. Where the hell was my map? Where'd my map go? Is that it? No. Is this it? No. Is this it? No. Is this it? No. Where the hell did my map go? Did I just... I had my map. Oh, it's way... yeah, I had my map. It's all the way to the left. Eskimo, you don't know, but we use the map a lot. We use the map a lot because when in doubt, we figure it out. We pull it up, and if it's a location, we need to find out some information about stuff, we look it up. There is no shame in not knowing. There is shame in saying you know and then being wrong.
Hell, I need a map to get to my bathroom at night.
The bathroom. I don't have a house quite that big. But,
Mine's not that big either.
yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. Istanbul. Lot of history in that area.
A lot of green up through there.
Yeah, there is. Because, again, it's out of the mountains. Well, there is mountains there, but not like out in here. Man, there's a lot of... Center Turkey. Wow. It's some pretty...
Yeah, they're just a hop and a skip to Greece.
Yeah, it was also one of the major trade routes from Europe to the Middle East. So you could go by sea or you could go by land. If you went by land, and a lot of times you'd go by, you could get there by sea anyways. I'm trying to think of where, here we go. The Black Sea is up here, so you can get from the Black Sea. And I don't know what the hell this little thing is. I don't know if there is a water, I think there's a waterway that'll take you in there. Let's find out. Yeah,
I'm
see,
sure
there you
is
go.
If you can blow it up.
Yeah, see? You got a waterway coming down through here.
There you go. Yeah.
And then you come in through here. So if you were coming from Greece or any place in the Mediterranean, you could come up through.
God, it looks like it's almost landlocked, right?
And then you come on up. And then Istanbul right there, see? So, and see, you can get there. Here it is from the, like I said, you would get there from the Black Sea too. See this? Right in through here, this waterway.
Oh, yeah. That must be a man-made canal.
No, I'll bet you that's...
You don't think?
No, look at that. That's natural.
You think that's natural?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So you can get from the Mediterranean as well as the Black Sea. So it was a very... And like I said, you'd come down through... it was one of the ground routes to the Middle East. You just come in, you just cross this, whatever the hell this, what is that? You know what the name of that waterway is? Eskimo? Let's see if I'm trying to find it here.
Sometimes if you blow them up enough, it'll give you a
Yeah, I was looking at that and it just didn't. It had no names on it when I was blowing it
doesn't
up.
do
So
that. Just gives you the towns, cities.
yeah. It's natural, he said. Yeah, this is natural. And it's actually quite big. I mean, these are probably big ships that you're looking at right here. These little, they look like bugs. They're probably pretty damn big. Zoom in here. Bosphorus? Bosphorus? Yeah, these are big. These are big ships. Bosphorus. Let's see here. Bosphorus. Bosphorus? Is it Bosphorus? Am I pronouncing that? I butcher everything. Is it Bosphorus? Yeah, see, look at this. This has got a bridge going across that damn thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's another one.
Yeah.
There's a regular interstate there.
Yep, going over. That's pretty big. Let's see here. Yep, there's another one up here. I'm not even going to. I butcher names in Florida. I'm not going to try to pronounce that one. No.
Hey, what map are you using, John?
This is Google Earth.
Oh, it is Google Earth.
Yep.
Okay.
This is Google Earth. So did I pronounce that right? Bosphorus? The Bosphorus is the Bosphorus Strait? Is that what they call it? The Bosphorus Strait? I'll find out here. He says, yes, I did. Bosphorus Strait. Yeah. Bosphorus. It was a strait. Right? So they call it the
Yeah.
It's a part of the Turkish Straits, the Bosphorus Strait. It forms part of the continental boundary between Asia and Europe and divides Turkey by separating Anatolia from Thrace, T-H-R-A-C-E, Thrace. It's the world's narrowest strait. Oh, at some point I'd say some of it's pretty wide. That's pretty cool. It's a natural strait. Yep. The Black Sea to Marmara. Istanbul is on a major earthquake zone, though, and unfortunately, most of the houses there still need renovation. Yeah, it can happen. We got the same thing, but we've got different technologies on the West Coast. On the San Andreas, there's a lot of communities on the San Andreas. So yeah, you can see just by, I mean, it was clear. It's clear to see how that would be a major trade route junction. And it's also a good way for the people of the area, the Turkish, right or left, east or west, to be able to defend into the Middle East. Because you have that natural division there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And this is where, oh, no, he was down, where the hell was he? He was, where did he say he was? He said he was I'm going to go here. I'm going to scroll back up, see where he was from. Texas. No. Texas. No, I missed that. Okay, come on now. Where was it? Where did he say he was from? There's Finland. No, Eskimo heaven. I missed it. Where the hell is it? Texas, very cold in the mountains. Bursa.
Yeah.
Where was that? I'm trying to find it again. Where was Bursa? If this is Istanbul, let's back out again. Okay, there's Istanbul. Oh, it wasn't in... Yeah, let's... Bursa. Where did... I saw it. Oh, right here. There it is. It wasn't right below. This is Istanbul, and this is Bursa. It's on the side. Istanbul is on the north side of the Sea of Marmara. What the hell? Marmara. I can't even read that on the map. Now, you see, I pop it up, and then they make it small again. Stop it. Let me see it big. Marmara? Is it Marmara? Marmara. He's like, you silly Americans. Hey, there's an island named after that too. A Marmara Island. Marmara Addisai. I'm going to butcher everything. this inland lake thing.
Marmara.
Marmara. I thought that was right. Marmara. Marmara.
Sea of Marmara.
Yeah.
I was looking at
Which is
the
not
straits.
landlocked because again, you see right through here, and you've got. See, you can go through there. There you go, all the way through here. Wee. Through the. Oh my God, the something straight. It's a D. It's a D straight. It's
Dardanelles. There's the Dardanelles.
Yeah, Dardanelles straight. Damn straight.
Damn straight.
Damn straight. So yeah, you can come in, again, both from the Mediterranean and the Black. It was the Black Sea, right? It's the Black Sea.
Yeah, that's a Black Sea.
That's
yeah.
a Black Sea. Oh, you racist.
The other one's the Aegean or the Mediterranean.
Yeah. Right, Marmara Island. I knew that the second word had to be for island. It's the biggest. Was it the biggest freaking island in the Sea of Marmara?
Yeah, they call the Dardanelles the something else.
Dardanelles. Doesn't sound like the Dardanelles. That's a what's that? A female singing group from the
50s, yeah.
50s. Yeah, the Dardanelles.
Yeah.
And now we have Sally So-and-so and the Dardanelles.
Yeah.
The Dardanelles. I'll be darned.
But I think they call the Dardanelles something else.
What do you think they call the Dardanelles? Do you think they call it something else?
Let me see if I can find it. Look it up.
What do they call the Dardanelles Strait? Let's see here. Hellespont, Dardanelles, formerly Hellespont, Turkish. Narrow strait in northwestern Turkey. Hellespont. Oh, come on now. Now he's getting fancy with us. He's writing shit in Turkish. Damn it. I can't pronounce the words when they're written in English, Eskimo. You're throwing Turkish stuff in there.
Gallipoli. Yeah, it's over in the
campaign
Gallipoli.
The Gallipoli Islands?
Over there.
Yeah, the Isle of Gallipoli. But yeah, that's a Hellespont is what they call the strait.
Yeah. Hellespont.
Hellespont.
Okay. I thought that was called something else.
It connects the Sea of Marmara with the Aegean and Mediterranean seas. Yes. Dardanelles is an important strait between Marmara Sea and Aegean Sea where Gallipoli stands.
The Gallipoli.
Gallipoli.
Whatever.
I'm saying Gallipoli. The Gallipoli.
Well, remember, was it World War One?
Yes, had the battles of Gallipoli. Mm-hmm. There's a good movie. Who's the actor? Mel Gibson, when he was younger, played. I think the movie was Gallipoli. I think it was the name.
I think
name
it was
the movie
Gallipoli.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah, I like all those movies.
Gallipoli. Laurel is sticking her tongue out.
Yeah, she's
anybody
going
new to the
crazy.
show? No, I'm
Laurel's
going
going crazy
to
listening
butcher
to
words.
us.
That's all it is. I know what I know, but I know I can't pronounce half the shit out there. So I can do it as long as it gets in my head. It's fine. But just looking at it, it's like, what the hell? How do you pronounce that? Yeah, it's Bob. Yeah. Yeah, there's Greece. Yeah. Yipper skipper. So how old are you, Eskimo? Age range. Most of the folks are old here.
Yeah, most of us are old here.
We're old here. Relatively speaking. Hey, we're not ancient.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Speak for myself. Well, remember, I already explained this. Let there be light. Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I'm 24
he's just
here.
A
Oh, okay.
whippersnapper.
Oh, you're youngin'. That's fine. Well, welcome to the show. Hope you're enjoying
Yeah,
it.
we like young stuff.
Yeah, not like a 10-year-old. It's like, I'm 10 years old, but I'm mature for my age. Shut the fuck
Oh
up.
yeah, I remember that.
Stop it. No, you're not. I know stuff that I shouldn't have. Yeah, stop it. Go away. Go away now. Laurel says she has shoes older than. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think I got sneakers older than that. But to be fair, I don't wear sneakers very often, so they're not worn. They're not worn. I have them, but they're not worn. My boots don't last that long. Got to change them out. No, it's fine. 24 is fine. Turkey. Eskimo is our Turkish delight. Eskimo. Why did you choose Eskimo as your name? It's kind of a strange name. I mean, it's not a strange name, but it's... Like I said, if you were from Alaska, okay, that kind of makes sense, but it doesn't make sense from Turkey. Oh, look at that one. Where the hell is this? Where did I go? I was moving around. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I was north of the Black Sea. Yeah, there we go. See, there's Ukraine. Most people can't tell you where Ukraine is. There's Ukraine right there. Trailer park of Europe.
Trailer park.
He says he's always wanted to move north and live there in an igloo. Yeah, no, don't. No, visit an igloo. Don't live in an igloo. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, visit. Spend a week. That'll cure you.
There's something to be said for modern technology. There's Prague up here. Kiev.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what this shit is. They got. It looks like it almost looks like it's written in Greek or something. I don't know. It kind of looks funny. Funny words. They got the like maybe they've got two names. So the top must be like English version, and the other one must be whatever the hell it is.
Ukrainian. Yeah.
I don't know what the hell. Here's Georgia.
Or Russian.
Yeah, it could be Russian. Something like that. I have no idea. I cannot speak intelligently on that matter. Got no quabble saying so. There we go. Bucharest, Romania, Bulgaria, Istanbul.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
that's
think
gotta be
where
Russian.
somewhere around here is where Transylvania was. It's someplace between Bulgaria and Romania. Someplace. I'd have to look it up. It was because you could just jump from Turkey right into it. Let's see. Well, it's like look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Where was Transylvania? It's Romania.
Yeah, Romania, it's gotta be.
Transylvania, Romania, Transylvania, Romanian, Transylvania, Hungarian, German. Yeah, it's so. Well, there's Romania. So let's go here. Let's open this up. Here we go. Boom. Transylvania, right here. So see, yeah, I was close. I was a little bit south. I knew it was someplace up in Romania, that area. So it was. So yeah, it was part of Romania. So let's go back to the big map. Would have been right in through here. Which makes sense because they use the mountains as a defensive. So yeah, so it would have been right in through here. Would have been
Yeah.
Transylvania.
Yeah, look at that mountain range.
Yeah, they used it to protect their southern border, especially from the Turkish. But see, I believe Turkey they controlled quite a bit right up into here, if I remember correctly. There's Moldova. Yeah, he says it's the mountainous parts. Right here. Yeah, that's where we are. Right there. Laurel says, my husband's grandfather escaped Armenia and came through South Africa to Ellis Island with $12 in his pocket.
Wow.
Yeah, Armenia. Boy, now there was a freaking...
Yeah.
That was a shit show. The Armenian genocide, where they just wiped out people. And when I was stationed in Germany, here we go. See, here's Germany right here. And we say, here's Munich, but we went over that. It's not really Munich, it's München. I was stationed in two places. I was stationed here, Frankfurt, right there, Frankfurt. And I was stationed right... Where the hell was it? It's Bremerhaven. Where's Bremerhaven? There it is, right here, Bremerhaven. Here's Bremen.
We were in Hanau.
And you were in where?
Hanau.
Hanau? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Been there.
That was about 50 kilometers out of Frankfurt, I think, just about.
Yep. Let's see here. Go back to Frankfurt. Hanau would have been...
It's not as
there's
big
Heidelberg
a
down
town.
south. Let's see
You
here.
probably have to
Wiesbaden,
increase.
that's good. Where the hell is Hanau?
You'd have to
I'm trying to find
zoom in a
Yeah.
little bit, I believe, because Hanau was not as big.
Here it is, Hanau, right here. It's east of Frankfurt. Offenbach, Hanau,
Yeah,
Bad Neuheim. Yep, been there.
Badenheim.
Yep. Darmstadt. Yep, been there. Heidelberg, been there.
Always wanted to go back after, we were there in the service, so we lived on economy. The only time we lived was the first 6 months we got there. We lived in a German town and rented from German people.
Mm-hmm.
Just, but other than that, once we got quarters, it was all American,
Right.
And I always wanted to go back and see the country as the country.
Yeah. Eskimo says, hey, it wasn't a genocide. Yes, it was. The Armenian genocide. It was.
Oh boy, fight coming. I hear it now.
Turkey intended a relocation, and casualties happened in the process. Unfortunately, that's one. That's one way of looking at it. That is one way of looking at it. It will probably forever be a bone of contention and people arguing. I would say, I understand both sides. I still say yeah. Transylvania. There we go, Transylvania. Vlad the Impaler. Let's go back here. There we go. Ta-da. There it is. Yep. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:43. Holy crap.
Good Lord, are we over?
Oh my
or
goodness,
what?
we are over. We are. What time is it there, Eskimo? We always do that when they're overseas. What time is it there? It is now 10:44 on the East Coast of the United States. What time is it in Turkey?
Is that
5:54. Oh, 5:54 in the morning. Yeah, that's good. I wake up pretty early. Oh yeah, so you
Yeah,
woke
me
up.
too.
We started there was like 5, 4, 3. Yeah, so you started about 3 o'clock your time. Join the show.
Wow.
Good. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Come back anytime.
Cool. We need more history lessons.
It opens things up. Opens things
Yeah,
up.
I like that.
See what's happening out there, and then we look into it, and that's fine. But yeah, let's hope that this coming week is better than last week was. And I got to get the chicken coop done. But like I say, things got real, and they're gonna get more real. And I'm fine. It's like there ain't shit you can do to me. My part's already done. The worst that can happen is trespass me. Yeah, also fix the delay thing. Yeah, I'll get on that, because we've never had a delay quite like that in the past. So I have no idea what the problem is.
Yeah, that's wild.
And the problem is that I can't fix it myself because I don't see the delay. All I see is on my... I can tell whether there's a delay on my end, and I'm looking at it right now before it goes out, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no delay. No delay on my end. So it's got to be something else. I have no idea what it is. No idea.
Well, kids, I'm off to bed. You get me up past my bedtime.
It is, yeah. We got sidetracked into other issues, and we explored the entrance to the Middle East. Went over some history. It was okay 2 days ago. So 2 days, there was no delay 2 days ago. I'll be darned.
Really?
I'll be darned.
Something different.
So I got to think about what happened different.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yep.
Than what's happening now, unless it's just a fluke. Maybe it's a YouTube thing. I'll find out tomorrow when I run the show again. It might be a YouTube issue. Don't know, but I'll look into it. All right, hey, thank you all for joining the show. For folks who have been watching the show now or later, you can help donate various ways, monetarily as well as non-monetarily. Both links are in the show description. Do as you're moved to do. It's late, sorry. But next show is Tuesday, same time, same place. Hopefully I can get the lag taken care of. I may have to hit up Gus and then ask him. I was like, yeah, I'll watch. I'll get notified. Subscribe to my channel. You'll be told every time I go live. If you like other content aside from socio-political, i.e. driving and or... He says it wasn't a genocide. I got it. That's fine. Canoeing, chickens, what have you. That's my other channel. It's at The Whiskey Cowboy Life. So go ahead and check out that channel. Subscribe. There's not much up there. I think there's only one video, but I got to move the other videos over there and put my other stuff in there. Laurel says, drop it, Eskimo. So, yeah. Thank you for joining the show. I will see you online tomorrow, whenever. My Facebook page, other content. Like, share, subscribe, comment underneath the show, not just in the chat area. It helps the algorithms. I appreciate it, and see you on the next show. Tuesday, again, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. Same time, same place. God bless, and take care. Well, I'll be darned. Now I don't have any, I don't have system sound running through at the same time. How about this? How about trying this here? And it's still not coming up. My audio is screwed. So there's going to be no exit music tonight because it is not coming through. But again, God bless and take care.